Burgers. Plus, save 50% site-wide on steaks and more at omahasteaks.com/VSiN. That's omahasteaks.com/VSIN. Minimum purchase may apply. See site for details.
Sean Green and Ryan Kramer bring an energetic approach to sports betting to keep you entertained while sweating your bets on the Sports Gambling Podcast Live at VSiN.
When I watch this Dolphins team, and you hear the players talk, you hear the coach talk, it just seems like it's not working.
Thank you, Peloton, for helping Jordan Davis lose enough weight to be able to hit 18 miles an hour.
Join Sean and Ryan every Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on the Sports Gambling Podcast Live at VSiN, right here on the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Ton of props to kick around coming up. Bombs away in the NFL. Try to give you some winners and hit some big tickets in a second. It's our weekly visit with Nigel Seeley. Get up to vsin.com. Always read his articles with his predictions and plays with the soccer, EPL, lower leagues. And we caught up with Nigel earlier today. It's going to be cold with rain in England, and he started off with some of his plays talking about the weather.
Hello everyone, Nigel Seeley here for my weekly roundup of the English Premier League. And all across England this weekend, the weather is pretty horrible. Winter has certainly arrived over here in the UK. Lots of wind, lots of rain, and it's pretty horrible. Anyway, that may affect the way you play the Premier League this weekend. Usually in the wind and rain, you want to go under on the goals, but we'll see. There's some one-sided matches that may counter that argument out. It's been a tough start to the new season for me on this column, and also on my appearances here with Mitch and Paulie, but I'm hoping this week we're going to bounce back, and I'm very confident. I'm probably on match day 7 the most confident I've been about the matches this season. Now, my first match starts at 10 a.m. Eastern time. It's a London derby from the Emirates Stadium where Arsenal take on West Ham. Arsenal right now are the best defence in Europe, probably the best defence in the world. They had another win to nil in midweek with a 2-0 success against Olympiacos in the Champions League. They played 4 matches at home in the Premier League. They won 3 of them, and all 3 of their matches they've won to nil. They beat Nottingham Forest very convincingly. They beat Leeds very convincingly, and they're up against a West Ham side that did improve in their last match against Everton, have got defensive frailties. I'm going to take Arsenal here to win to nil. On the money line, they're minus $6, but you can bet them at minus 120 to win to nil. So as long as Arsenal win this match and do not concede, we're going to cash our ticket. Not my strongest bet at the Premier League this weekend, but it certainly is a bet for me. West Ham have a good record in this fixture. They're unbeaten in the last 3, but Arsenal this time around, best goalkeeper in the Premier League, best defence, and I think they'll keep West Ham at bay, whose only real attacking threat is Jared Bowen. So Arsenal to win to nil on the Saturday is my first bet of the English Premier League weekend. My second bet is on Sunday, and we start at 9 a.m. Eastern time, and it's the trip of Brighton to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now, Wolverhampton Wanderers got their first point of the season last week with a draw at Tottenham, 5 defeats, 1 draw, but they're still a very, very poor team. Brighton had a brilliant win against Chelsea. Admittedly, Chelsea were down to 10 men, but Brighton did win 3-1. Brighton are scoring lots and lots of goals this season, and they've got an excellent record against Wolverhampton. If you look at the last 4 years in this fixture, 2-0, 4-1, 3-2, and 3-0. 16 times they played, these two sides, since they started the Premier League, and only 3 wins for Wolves. Brighton really are Wolves' bogey side, and I think at even money, I think we've overreacted to that point last week at Tottenham for Wolves. They're still a poor side, and Brighton are a good side moving in the right direction. So I've gone for that one there. I've gone for Brighton to beat Wolves at even money. My final pick is on the match also on Sunday, and it's a match again at 9 a.m. It's the game between Aston Villa and Burnley. Aston Villa had a big win last night in the Europa League. They had a big win in the Premier League, 3-1, their first win of the season, which was against Fulham last weekend. And they're a side, when they hit form, they do really hit better form, and they go on winning runs. And the same.
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
we welcome you to Bo Ryan Stadium here on the campus of Niles McKinley High School as Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot are proud to bring to you Week 7 of the Ohio High School football season as the Poland Bulldogs, they travel here to the McKinley area to take on the Niles Red Dragons. Hello, everyone. Jim Craven with you along with the coach, Bob Gessler, as we get ready to bring you another week of the Youngstown Patricians High School football game of the week. The sun peeking into our window as we'll be wishing for this in a couple weeks as fall has now started, although some great temperatures here in early October as we get ready for another perfect night in Trumbull County and for Poland Bulldog football. Bulldogs coming off a big win last week over the South Range Raiders. They get the shutout 34-0. This week they'll take on an 0-6 Niles Red Dragon team. Red Dragons very young on the roster, struggling. They are picking it up as they go along, as Jim Perry early in the season and had anticipated, coach. He knew that this was going to be a young team led by a second-year quarterback, but only a sophomore. And with that, they would expect some growing pains. Of course, Joey Lehman, the 5'9", 163-pound sophomore, has led this offense for 2 seasons.
Yeah, and talking to Coach Dave for Poland, my brother, he's telling me that they've lost a couple of good key people over there in Niles, and so that's going to hurt them. And again, we talk about a young team, but this is a very young team, and they've taken their licks, but they just got to keep going.
Take a look at the Niles Red Dragons just before we get into the Poland side of this. Only 2 seniors on this Niles McKinley roster, but the good news is this is a development year. This is going to be a lot of experienced juniors and sophomores moving up, as well as some freshmen that will develop. And then next year, I think you're going to start to see a little bit more here. I think Coach Perry is going to have a lot more to work with. But tonight, he's got to take on a Poland Bulldog team that is 5-1, and they are knocking off top-tier competition.
Yeah, but what they have to keep in the back of their heads is play this game. Go out there, look strong, do what you got to do, wrap people up, play your game, but at the same time, don't do anything silly where it costs you a game or an injury. So, be aware, but play the game hard like you've been, because, not overlooking them, but next week you're at Girard, and they're a pretty good football team, so you want to go in there healthy.
Yeah, a lot of talent just down the road here from Niles McKinley. Scoring went like this last week. It would be Poland that would get on the board with 5:12 left, as David Zipolitis would cap off a 70-yard drive with a 36-yard run. That would give the Bulldogs a 7-0 lead. Second quarter action, it would be Dave Zipolita hitting it, Vito Camara on an 88-yard touchdown pass. That coming with 11:40 left in the second period. That would put them ahead 14-0. With just 4 seconds left in that first half, it would be David Zipolita again hitting Chase Jones for a 31-yard touchdown pass. They would not convert on the extra point. That would leave it 20-0. Third quarter action, it would be Vito Camaro capping that one off at 7:57. He would get into the end zone on a 15-yard touchdown run. And then finally, with 47 seconds left in the third quarter, going back and forth with hockey there, Coach, it'd be Vito Camaro on another pass from Dave Zipolita, 39 yards, giving Poland the 34-0 shutout. An impressive win, Coach, over a perennial playoff powerhouse team.
Yeah, all the time. You always got to look at South Range, and you got to be ready for them. And I'll tell you what, Poland was ready. They're much stronger. Their game plan was better, and the better team won that day.
And certainly we'd seen, especially since the Canfield game, very few penalties on this Poland team. This has been a team that has played clean football in recent weeks.
And the other thing, too, is I like to see them playing Canfield a little bit later on in the season. I think it may have been, I'm not speculating, but it might have been a little bit different game. Again, a lot of things maybe they looked at, some of the younger players, it is Canfield, and it is your arch rival, and they talk about battle of 224, so I think that might have rattled a little bit of cage, but again, they got to just play their game.
Certainly coming up tonight, I'm sure we'll see a lot of this Poland Bulldog team here trying to stay healthy as we get into week 8, 9, and 10. Poland currently number 1 in Division 5, Region 17. We're going to step aside for our first time out. When we come back, we'll talk more about the Poland Bulldogs. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back on the other side.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Pre-game show continues here at Bo Ryan Stadium in Niles as we get ready for this matchup with the Niles McKinley Red Dragons. Coach, take a look at some of the names over the last few weeks. We've seen David Zippolita stay in the pocket a little bit more, although he had a big run last week. We're going to take a look at Vito Kamara here, looking at all-purpose yards. He's rushed for 103 yards, 397 yards receiving, kickoff return 51 yards, punt return 130. For all intents and purposes, he is determining where the ball is going to be set for Poland in all of these games.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, he's a big part of that offense as well as the defense when he's in there. So I'll tell you what, they're well balanced. He's a good kid, too. And I can tell you he can really hit. He about took me out from the sidelines last week. It was close, but I avoided it. But my brother got belted and one of the coaches went down, but it all was good, and he was so concerned. But great kid.
Well, we can't have you on the IR. Also, last week, Poland with 8 different receivers, spreading the ball around. And for David Zippolita, he has accounted for over 1,000 yards offensively, 416 on the ground, 595 through the air. And in terms of passing, he's already had 9 touchdowns. So he's become a full-service quarterback in terms of the ability to get the ball through the air. Arm has gotten a little bit stronger. You can see that, obviously. But the ability to tuck the ball, get upfield, and get those first downs really causes a headache for these opposing defenses.
Yeah, he does a great job. I tell you what, he reads the defenses well. He does what he has to do, and just think how he's going to be next year and the year after. If, God willing, he stays healthy, I'll tell you what, he could be a force.
Yeah, certainly I could start to imagine some scouts coming out to see him. Again, may not be the tallest person out there, but I'll tell you, very quick, and you could see that football IQ developing as time goes on.
You know, it's funny. They said that about a football player last year, or 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, said that he could never, he'll end up at a division school maybe, and that man's name is Bo Brungard. Now he's in the driver's seat of WSU, so I take that all as a grain of salt because I think he can do it.
Yeah, definitely setting some records there for our Youngstown State Penguins. And, of course, we got to see him for several years over at Springfield High School under head coach Sean Guerrero. A lot of fun there. And, of course, his parents, Mark and Carrie, just great folks.
And he resembles him so much, the way he plays. I believe he does because, when he has to dart it, he gets it there. When he has to run, he runs. He reads the defense as well. So he's like a mirror image. We're just seeing all this happen in front of us. And it's a good football team, and they're working hard.
Yeah, privileged to be able to see both of those guys develop in this manner. Take a look at defensively for the Poland Bulldogs. It's been the Pano Zippolita's show. 57 tackles here, 7 tackles for loss. Coach, he's been a menace in the backfield, but Angelo Angelilli, Chase Jones, J.J. Fonda with the big hits coming across. Kamara has done a great job. There's been a cast of players on this defense. It's never one guy you have to account for. It's kind of pick your poison.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, they're playing well as a unit. It's fantastic. Last week against South Range, I picked it out real quick before halfway through the first quarter, and I said, I know what they had Pano do. You watch that quarterback wherever he goes, same way with Hubbard. You watch that quarterback wherever you go, and he'll lead them to you. And let me tell you what, he was a one-man wrecking crew, so outstanding job.
Yeah, it makes you not want to play quarterback, I'll tell you that much. And, of course, with special teams, Salvi Caramusa, the field goal kicker, doing an outstanding job this year. They have a tool in that really could come into play later on in the playoffs when those games are a lot tighter.
Absolutely. I'll tell you, he does a magnificent job. Got a great leg on him, and you know what? It's just go out there and do your job. And if you don't, you know how that happens. We hate kickers.
Also got to mention Aiden Baranges. If I don't, his mom, Lindsay, will be probably very upset, but Lindsay and Sean, hi to you too as well, but doing a great job there. Some specialty players there in terms of field goal and kickoff that really has set the Poland offense and defense up. Our own Mark Means had an opportunity to speak with head coach Tom Pavlansky this week, and this is what he had to say about this week's matchup with the Niles Red Dragons.
Back inside the pregame show, it's the Coach's Corner, brought to you by the Cleveland Cobras with Poland head coach Tom Pavlansky. And Coach, a nice win for your squad last week on Friday, beating South Range 34-0.
Well, you know, every win's a good win, and so I'm really proud of the kids, how they played, more importantly, but how they prepared. And, now it's on to week 7, and we make sure we keep on getting better.
We've talked about a lot of different things throughout this season, but boy, your defense stepped up and put up the shutout in a critical game.
Yeah, defensively, again, we're continuing to grow, continuing to get better. So we got a lot of guys out there who are playing varsity football for the first time, and so they're being led by a core group of linebackers and Colt Arnold up front, where they're playing at a high level, and they're leading the way. And so we need to continue to make sure we keep on getting better here defensively in all aspects, about defense in the run, but also defending the pass.
Coach, everybody approaches things like this different. You find yourself sitting number 1 in the computer in Division 5, Region 17. Is that something you choose to talk to your players about, or no?
Nah, it hasn't even come up. So, I'm sure, I'm not naive. I'm sure those guys talk about it themselves or at home or wherever, but we don't spend much time worrying about that. We got to worry about getting better and about who's on the schedule for that game, for the week, because we got to go 1-0, every week. So that's where our mentality is.
So you're on the road this week. You go to Bull Ryan Stadium, where it's always a difficult place to play, to face Niles. Tell me about getting ready for tonight's matchup against the Red Dragons.
Yeah, it's a great environment there. A historic stadium, one that I know the kids are excited about playing in that kind of venue. And, going on the road in the Northeast 8, you got to be ready to go, because if not, then it don't matter what the records are and all that. Everybody's well coached. Coach Perry's a proud Niles alumni. He's going to have his kids ready to play. And so we got to be ready. We got to be ready because, again, going on the road is always a challenge, but going into such a historic stadium against a tradition-rich program, we have to be ready to roll.
Coach, when you look at this game, how do you keep your student-athletes focused on this game and this week, knowing you have such a critical matchup coming next week?
No, it's easy, because our guys know that it's today. We got to get better today, and there's only one school that's only one game to be played this week, and so that's where our focus is, and that's where it needs to be, in order to go, to improve. So, our guys are excited about playing week 7. They know this is the only game we have this week. We're going to try to make sure we continue to work hard to get better.
Coach, what's the key to go on the road and get another victory?
Yeah, we got to take care of the football, got to tackle well, and make sure we execute all our kicks. So, we do those things, and hopefully in the fourth quarter be a ball game, and we can see what happens.
Coach, your time is appreciated as always. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Mark.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with more of the pregame show up next.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit taflfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras. Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Pre-game show continues here from Bo Ryan Stadium in Niles. Homecoming here for the Niles Red Dragons, as we will have the Niles alma mater. And for the Niles Red Dragon coach, we take a look again. 0-6, tough year for the Red Dragons so far. But coach will say, with quotas, as saying that sophomore Jay Lehman started last year for the Dragons as a freshman. This year, he'll be considered one of the leaders. And that's one of those guys, another guy, as a sophomore, you're going to see in a couple of years, it's really going to be a name that's going to be talked about as a quarterback in the Valley.
There's no doubt. Absolutely. I'll tell you what, when you get a young team like this, you're going to take your hits. And, I think we've all been there when you have a young team getting going and have all the younger ones coming in. But I'll tell you what, if they do things right, look out for Niles in the next couple of years.
For Niles, 2 seniors on the roster, 12 juniors, 18 sophomores, 14 freshmen. So a big crop of players coming up. And then that sophomore class, of course, is 2-year starter Joey Lehman, 5'9", 163 pounds. But he is going to be well-versed in this offense with Coach Perry. And then he will be well-versed in his junior and senior year, where he'll start to lead these guys. And then you hope that you're going to see that development, that they're going to follow him.
Absolutely, and I believe that. And maybe they're not giving him so much this time as he progresses. Maybe you would think that they would give him a little bit more.
Niles Red Dragons, again, coached by head coach Jim Perry in his 8th season at Niles, 30-46. Was 1-9 last year. And over the last 5 years, 19-31. They run the wing T offense there, coach. Base defense, and I don't know if this is still going to be true. Haven't got to watch much film this week, but they were originally in a 3-4 defense, which I think you and I are not real comfortable with at this level. We like more of that 4-2-5, 4-4 type defense.
Yeah, or even a 4-3 would be good. Yeah, I just don't like I don't like it any other way. I think, if you don't have the linebackers, man, let me tell you what, you're putting a lot on those guys. I'd rather have somebody with their hand in their dirt and pressure things and closing gaps and stand in their alleys so the linebackers can come up and scrape instead of being there trying to make plays and getting blocked.
Well, and as I started to think about it this week here, you start to look at it, not a lot of size with this young group. They have not fully developed yet, haven't had all the offseason in the weight room. Could that 3-4 defense be better for them, because they're not going to have that size with them 3 up front, but they may have a few linebackers with some speed that may be able to get to the line of scrimmage and may be good in coverage.
Well, we'll find out tonight. We'll be able to see exactly what goes on and what they've seen. But, some coaches, the problem lies is this is what they've always run, so this is what they're demanding, this is what they want. But sometimes you have to look at your players and go 3-4, 4-2, 4-3. It's just that's why they're coaching, and we're looking down here.
That becomes the coaching job.
Exactly.
Not so much a guessing game, but looking at that talent and being able to put it in the best position you can to be as successful as you can. Take a look at the Division 5-7 Region 17 playoffs. Poland sits number 1 right now, followed by Cardinal Mooney, Girard, and Garfield, and South Range. So the top 5 teams there, Coach, in the Valley. Garfield a little bit out there at Garrettsville, but we'll give them the little hometown love there. And further down in there, you also have Liberty, Lakeview knocking on the door. So a lot of representation in that Division 5 Region 17. Could see a lot of great local matchups in the first couple rounds of the playoffs.
I want to tell you something. Cardinal Mooney, where did they come from? I tell you what, they changed that staff and doing an outstanding job with those kids, and they've changed things around and got a new coach. And I know a lot of them. Brian Merrow is with that staff, so outstanding job that they're doing. So look out for the Cardinal.
And as much as Coach Pavlansky would hate me to do this, we'll look forward to next week as well. Up in the top 3 there is the Girard Indians. They will be with the Poland Bulldogs next week at Arrowhead Stadium in Girard. Big matchup there as the Poland Bulldogs make their way to the field.
Yep.
Poland making their way to the field. They're all white away uniforms with the blue numbers, the blue helmets with the P on the side. Head coach Tom Pavlansky. And again for Coach Pavlansky. In his 5th season, he's 38-16. Has had a really good run this last couple of years. And again, he's made some adjustments. It's been impressive on the offensive side in terms of being able to run this ball. And Coach last week, we're run the ball. You and I said run the ball.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? When they had to, they threw that. They got the first downs. They made the big plays through the air and on the ground. It's a well-balanced offense. Everybody does things pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe that's what we're going to see tonight. That well-balanced. We know that they could run against them, and maybe they're going to say, well, we're going to try throwing the ball just to stay sharp.
We're going to step aside for our last break. When we come back, we'll have the kickoff here from Bo Ryan Stadium in Niles. You're listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio, WRQX AM 600, The Patriot. We're back after this.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
WRQX, Salem, Youngstown, Warren. We are AM 600, The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
Back as we get ready for kickoff here at Bo Ryan Stadium in Niles. As Coach tries to get the kickoff results, and all three officials, I think, are looking at him, trying to make fun of him. But nonetheless here. Beautiful night in the valley. Not a cloud in the sky. Just about 78 degrees. No humidity in the air. Had a little bit of issue with the sun coming in the press box, but that has since set behind the stands here at Bo Ryan.
I believe Niles won the toss, and they are going to receive.
All right, so Niles only averaging just around 7 points a game. Poland, on the other hand, averaging about 38 points a game. And, Coach, that big thing last week was the shutout there. Shut out a South Range team. And for Poland, those seniors, not a whole lot of success against them last year, but we saw them in the regular season. We saw them in the playoffs. 2 close games. Poland put it all together last week. They get a solid 34-0 win.
Oh, they wanted that one real bad, believe me. Talking to Dave, and they wanted it. And you know what? They knew they can do it. And that's exactly what they did. They were just too big and strong for them, and everything worked out. So here we go.
All right, so Aiden Branch is getting ready to kick this off. They'll be kicking off from right to left. Niles in their home blue jerseys with the white numbers, the white pants. And they'll bring this one back from the 5-yard line, 10, 15, 20, and down near the 24-yard line where it will be stopped, and that's where the Red Dragons will take over 1st and 10 to get this game started. I want to thank Jesse Caldwell and the Cleveland Cobras for sponsoring the Coach's Corner earlier. Of course, we always love to have Jesse around. Spent a lot of time with him in the summer. He and the Cleveland Cobras and the PAFL had a great time this year with that. And now on to the high school season, Coach. We're already into week 7 now.
How about that? You know, I just want to make a comment. They're getting better with their kick cover too, Jim. It was a little shaky at the beginning of the year. Now they're getting things down, and they're looking a lot better.
All right, 1st and 10 for Niles. We'll have 3 receivers to the right of Lehman. They'll be in the shotgun. They'll work from the left hash. Niles moving left to right on your dials or your devices. Quick pass out to the near side. Going to be caught, brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Pass intended for Cash Carey Harden. And I don't think there's going to be much of a gain on that, Coach.
No, absolutely not. Peyton Miller on the tackle. Wrapped him up real good. He saw it coming. There was no blocker out there. Usually you try to get an extra blocker on him. So well, here we go.
All right, so 2nd and 10 now for Niles. They'll move from the left hash mark to the right hash mark. Twin receivers to the left of Lehman. Single receiver to the near side. That'll be right. Lehman in the shotgun with a wing left and a running back on his right hip. Play clocks in both end zones. They'll send a man in motion from left to right. That'll be Harris. Handoff off the left side. Nowhere to go. And he may have lost a yard on the play. As we try to get a number for you.
I believe that was Schaefer. Christian Schaefer, 53.
Grayson Schaefer in there on the tackle. Austin Reynolds on the run, the junior for the Red Dragons.
I wish he'd pull his jersey down. It'd be a lot easier. Or do like Pano and wear green underneath the blue and white. He always pick Pano out.
So 3rd and 10 for Niles. They'll say no gain on the play, no loss. Twin receivers to the left of Lehman. Single receiver to the near side. That'll be right again. Now playing on his feet. Lehman stepping up in the pocket. A little bit of room to run. Zippolita trying to chase him down. Got a flag on the play. And it's going to be a good run out near the 34-yard line. But hold the phones, as a wise man once said. We think that one may be coming back.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be holding for sure in the back. When it's that far deep.
That came from our referee in the backfield here. And our first penalty of the night, and something that really Niles cannot afford.
Yep, we got the holding signal on Niles.
All right, so that will take them back 10 yards. 10:21 left here if you're just joining us here on Western Reserve Radio or WRQX AM 600. Listening to us on the iMedia One Network app, maybe the Live 365 app, Coach, maybe Facebook, maybe YouTube. I don't know.
We have such a variety.
Pick your favorite one there.
I'm waiting for us to be on TV one day.
Dave Ferris, Matt Craven back in the Gessler Propane studio, pushing all the buttons. Dave just coming back from a little trip down south.
Dave loves pushing buttons.
He is tan rested and ready.
It may not be on the Roadcaster, but he'll push his buttons.
3rd and 20 from the 13-yard line. Lehman in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right. Single receiver to the far side. 3-step drop. Looking downfield. Under pressure. Hackstead. But he's going to get just one off. It's going to be caught at the 20. Knocked out of bounds near the original line of scrimmage. Cash Carey Harden, the sophomore, on the reception for Niles.
Yeah, they're just not – they're trying to get guys in the open, and he got in the open, but unfortunately Poland with their speed is just incredible. So we're going to see exactly what we got now. We got Vito Camaro back around the 45-yard line, his own, and we'll see what happens here.
Vinny Dennis, the freshman punter, will come on to punt this one away. Camaro setting up at his own 45. Again, we talked about him earlier, Coach, the way he sets up the offense. Low snap. They'll get this one off. It's going to be an end-over-end kick, but fielded right at the 50-yard line. Kamara taking it to the far side. He'll slip one tackle. He'll make it down past the 45 in the Niles territory down near the 43. And that's where Poland will take over. 1st and 10 with 9:59 left here in the first quarter. We are scoreless.
Yeah, good field position. I thought if he just ran straight up, he might have been better off, but he tried to get outside, and just too many people collapsing on that one. So good job. Got it back down to about the, 43-yard line going in. So see what happens.
All right, so 1st and 10 for Poland on the plus side. We'll mark it at the 43-yard line. Twin receivers to the left of David Zippolito. Going to the I formations. Brother Pono, the fullback. Chase Jones, the tailback. So Zippolito from under center. Rolling out to the near side. Has a Kamara wide open downfield, and it's going to be caught near the 17-yard line. Reached out, Coach, kept his toes in.
I want to tell you something. That was a bullet by David, and he was able to gather that in. And it was high and outside, and he was able to gather that and kept his feet in. Great catch, great throw.
One of the things that I really noticed that David Zippolito excels at, the play action pass, rolling out.
Oh, yeah.
He likes to use his speed.
And he does a nice job with hiding the ball, too. I mean, he rides it and then pulls it.
So 1st and 10 for Poland. Hand off this time to Chase Jones. Jones off the left side. He'll slip one tackle and fight his way down near the 10-yard line. Solid run by Poland. Pickup of just about 8 on the play. We'll bring him 2nd and short now with 9:37 left here first quarter.
Yeah, Poland's driving right down the field. Good first play. He got him down there. Now we're just going to test the waters inside.
Turf field here in Niles. I don't know if you remember, Coach, here, but once a grass field, used to get a little muddy from time to time.
Yeah, we called it the pig pen. It was not good. Cheney, when we would be there, we're going to the pig pen because it was mud from top to bottom.
Schaefer at center. Send a man in motion left to right. That'll be Natoli. Give it to him on the jet sweep. Handoff. He'll slip one tackle. Get inside the 5 down near the 3-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for Poland. And we have about 9:03 left here first quarter. Remember, it was so slippery. We had a player run into a cheerleader right to our right when I was in high school. Rebecca Massiome, I remembered. This is probably the best hit of the night because we couldn't run.
Wow.
I'm sure she's going to be glad to hear that if she was listening.
And what team was that? I wasn't sure if you mentioned.
I believe that would have been the Woodrow Wilson Redmond. Red Pride, folks. Red Pride. 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. T formation. Zippolito under center. He'll be right in the middle of the field. Hand this one off to Pano Zippolito. He'll have contact initially and then into the end zone for a touchdown. Poland takes a 6-0 lead with 8:34 left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I don't know who met him about the 1-yard line, but they stalemated. But you are not going to stop Pano on that one. He was able to move them big thighs of his and rolled right in. So good job by Poland.
So Poland quickly takes a 6-0 lead on a 43-yard drive. As Salvi Karamusa will come out for the extra point. Vito Kamara for the hold. Kamara with a great catch there on that drive. And we're going to get a whistle. Our head linesman, someone we all have gotten to know and love, John Luceni.
It's funny. I see that guy will come up usually and comes over and gets all of his propane from Hot Diggity. Him and his wife run a little booth down in Struthers.
All right, so we'll try this one again. We had a whistle. Karamusa now waiting for the snap. Kamara the hold. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up and into the band shell. Over it, actually, and it's good. 8:34 left here first quarter. Poland takes a 7-0 lead. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600. We're back after these messages.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
8:34 left here, first quarter. Poland with a 7-0 lead over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Coached the Girard Indians and the South Range Raiders going at it. Girard with a 7-0 lead.
Not surprising. Probably the opening drive, so we'll see what Girard can do.
Girard, a very talented team there under Coach Pearson, as Maranches will come on to kick this off. Kickoffs, of course, are brought to you by the Village Tavern. Maranches put in a boot to this one, and this will be an end-over-end kick picked up at the 5-yard line. Niles going to bring this out to the 10, 15 with some speed, and brought down near the 22-yard line. Mika Hackett on the return for Niles, the junior, 5'9", 155 pounds. Came up with a lot of speed, Coach, and that's the way you want to get those returns in.
Absolutely. You want to hit that thing at a dead start. That's the problem I see in the NFL and college and some high school. They slow down to make a cut. Just keep going.
So for Niles, 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line. 8:29 left here, first quarter. Poland with a 7-0 lead. Sun going down here. Beautiful night here in the valley. Just doesn't get much better than this. As Lehman now in the shotgun. He'll have a wing to the right. Running back to his right hip. Twin receivers to the near side. Single to the far side. We'll send a man in motion from left to right. Handoff. Looking for a double. Looking for a pass. Downfield. Has an open receiver. Caught at the 50-yard line. Brought down by Chase Jones. Jawan right on the reception for Niles. And we got a player down at the 20-yard line. But a big gain for the Niles Red Dragons as they take a shot downfield. A little bit of a trick play there, Coach. Vinny Dennis throwing the ball.
Now, the problem is you've got to be disciplined in the back. Don't worry about what's going on there until the play is, has broke that line of scrimmage, and then you got to jump it. You can't have eyes in the backfield. You get nosy. This is what happens.
And a big gain here from the 22 all the way out, and they're going to mark it at the Poland 45-yard line. 8:20 left here in the first quarter as they check on a down player right near the line of scrimmage. Of course, you can stick around all night long. We will be bringing you the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. And right now, Coach, the only scores we see right now are the Girard South Range score. Girard with the lead in that. United of East Palestine 6-0. West Branch leads Marlington 7-0. Short trip there for the Arlington Dukes heading over to West Branch. They just got their field done. Very nice over there, as we have seen in the pictures.
Yep.
LeBray over Brookfield 7-0 right now. Hubbard for the Eagle fans leading Howland 7-0.
Howland's, hate to say it, is struggling this year. They haven't had a solid team the last couple of years, but they're trying to build something good there.
It has been tough for the Howland Tigers.
It has, and they've always been decent.
We'll check on Peyton Miller. Miller will get up and he'll walk this off the field, no problem, without assistance. And we'll have 8:20 left here, first quarter. Coming up tomorrow night, Grove City Wolverine football. Another night game for the Wolverines. That'll be 2 weeks in a row. Usually there's one night game at Robert Eaton Thorne Field, but they will be on the road. We're a 7 o'clock kickoff. Of course, you can catch that right here on Western Reserve Radio.
Don't forget about YSU. They're playing the Jackrabbits.
Boy, schedule's tough for them as Lehman now in the shotgun. One running back to his left, twin receivers to his left. They'll set a man in motion. That'll be Reynolds. Austin Reynolds will set as the wing left. Lehman rolling out to the far side, fires out. Going to be complete at the 40-yard line. Cut up and inside the 35, down to the 34-yard line. And another great catch by Jawan Wright. He is a 5'10", 147-pound junior.
And Niles is driving all over, throwing the ball, running a little bit. So got to tighten up these deep backs right now and don't give him anything. We need to get a little bit more heat on that quarterback, too. He stands there all day and throws. Anybody could do that. I believe I could do that. Not good. But
looks similar to what Poland does, actually,
yeah,
on the rollouts here. So 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Lehman again with twin receivers to his right. Send that man in motion again from left to right. That'll be Reynolds. He'll set up as a wing on the right. They'll hand this one off. Contact right at the line of scrimmage. Amari Boyd on the carry. And trying to get a number of the truck that came through the offensive line and made that tackle. And they'll actually lose a yard on the play. And, of course, Noah Hubert.
Yeah, Noah Hubert.
6'1", 250. He's a junior. I don't know if they got his license plate printed on somebody, backwards. But
I don't know. But, wow, he got in there quick and just flattened him. Loss of a yard.
Just under 7 minutes to play here. Lehman in the shotgun. Twin receivers to the right. They'll go tight end to the left this time. He'll plant his feet, fire out to the near side. That's going to be caught out to the 30 and down near the 27-yard line. Kerry Harden on the reception again, the sophomore. So Cash Kerry Harden, a big part of this offense here early in this game.
Yeah, we talk about Poland. That's what that is. You got that inside receiver. They're giving them a lot of ground, so they're able to see that. Teams have been picking up on that. So quick passes, they've kept them 3rd and long now, and Poland's got to be aware of that.
Gavin Siebert will check out. He'll check in. Cam Hackstead will head to the sideline, bringing an extra. Oh, actually, it'll be a defensive lineman this time. 4 men up front. Lehman in the shotgun. Poland going to shift, and there's going to be a flag. Second flag of the night for Niles. It's going to be a false start. So instead of 3rd and 4 now, it's going to be 3rd and 9 from the 32.
And Poland's been doing that all year. I'd tell you what, good job by the defensive line coach calling that out, making them shift, getting those guys to jump. That's a great play.
So Niles, so far, 2 penalties for 15 yards. Poland still playing a relatively clean a couple of weeks here, Coach. With 1 pass interference a couple of weeks ago. So they'll go back into twin receivers to the near side. Kerry Harden will be the single receiver to the far side, wing left. Lehman in the shotgun, and we're going to have another flag here as the play clock is going to run down, and that will bring it back 5 more yards. So 3rd and 14. So it went from 3rd and 4 now to 3rd and 14. And that, I think, is a microcosm of how things have gone for Niles this year.
Yeah,
Get these really good drives, but hurt yourself with penalties.
Yeah, there's a Niles coach out there at the top of the numbers complaining. I don't know why. I mean, they broke the huddle. The play clock start.
So Lehman in the shotgun. Reynolds to his left. He'll send a man in motion. It'll be Fanborough. Rolling out to the far side now. Under pressure, being chased down. And he's going to slip 1 tackle and be brought down near the 37-yard line. Initially, Lehman, under all kinds of pressure, stepped up here, and he got back to the line of scrimmage. Not the original line, but back to the 32 or back to the 36-yard line. I think they're going to mark it, but it's going to be 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Noah Huber he's got his number. He's taking care of the guy in front of him because, man, he's in there and he's fighting.
So 4th and 14 here, ball at the 37-yard line. Niles in plus territory, so they'll go for this. Receivers 2 by 2, leaving in the shotgun. Again, Reynolds to his left. Holm with the 4-man front. So the man in motion, it'll be Fambro, left to right. Back to passes Lehman. Fires down the near sideline, has a man open. Kamara stepping in there, and that's not going to be Kamara, excuse me. That's going to be Sattarelli on the interception up the near sideline, looking for one more block, and he'll be brought down inside Niles territory at the 45-yard line. And there's a flag on the play way back there at the 15-yard line. We'll see what this is as we try to get a call from our referee. So Ashton Sattarelli with an interception.
What are they calling? You mean to tell me they're going to call pass interference? Holding on Poland.
Okay, so after the interception, it will be a hold.
Okay.
Poland will get the ball, however, minus 10 yards as John Luceni brings the ball back.
I don't know. The head coach of Niles is not doing well here.
Head coach Jim Perry here. Again, Working with a lot of young players there, a lot of expectation for him. And as he said, they will do a lot of growing up here in 2025.
Yeah. Well, you don't have a choice.
So ball will be marked at the 8-yard line. 4:47 left here, first quarter. Poland with a 7-0 lead. So instead of having the ball in Niles territory, they will have it deep in their own territory at their own 8-yard line. It'll work from the left hash mark. Poland moving right to left on your devices. As Zippolito will be in the shotgun, one running back to each side, single receiver to each side. Wing to the right. Roll out to the far side. Zippolito firing out there. It's going to be caught at the 18-yard line, out to the 20, 25, and brought down at the 30-yard line. Anthony DeLomo, the 6'3", 170-pound senior on the reception.
That was a good job by Poland. They kind of layered it on the outside. So one guy out wide, next gentleman inside was able to get open. Linebacker should have been on that or brought down a safety when he read that. Corner was on the outside. So they have got to straighten that up.
They're actually going to mark this at the 29-yard line. 4:24 here. The clock will continue to run. Zippolito in the shotgun, one running back to his left. They'll go single receiver to each side from the right hash mark. Zippolito waiting for the snap. He'll hand this one off. We'll try to get work to the outside. Past the 30, 35, 40, and that's going to be Natoli. Natoli is going to be gone. However, did I see a flag back here at the 37-yard line? Indeed, that is the case. If it stands, it's a 71-yard touchdown run. However, a flag back at the Poland 37-yard line.
Somebody said holding. Looks like John Luceni caught him.
And the veteran official with the eagle eyes doesn't let that go.
Well, that's one brought back.
So unfortunately, Nick Natoli will have his 71-yard touchdown run erased.
And he did a great job. He was very patient on his run. And then when he needed to grab that gear, he yanked fifth gear, and he was off and running. So outstanding job.
So we'll see where they're going to mark this here now. It'll be back at the 27-yard line. So 10 yards from the spot of the foul. 4:01 left here, first quarter. Poland will try it again.
Here we go.
So we'll do first down again. 1st and 12 will be the down and distance. Zumas, the tight end to the left, the tight end to the right. I formation. Zippolito under center. Play action. He'll roll out to the near side. Has Kamara wide open at the 50, and he'll be knocked out. Oh, and he'll break one tackle, and he's gone to the end zone. Takis Fambro had the only shot at him, and Kamara with the 73-yard touchdown reception puts Poland up 13-0.
Yeah, the problem is, and I see it all the time, no matter what, you got to hit and wrap. These guys that want to just bump people, these guys, even in high school, are strong and fast. That's why they're out there on squats and doing cleans and lower legs. They keep them a good base on it. So, again, you've got to hit people. I've seen this the last maybe 10, 15 years where everybody just wants to bump. Knock the snot out of them is what I say.
We have talked about that time and time again. Now as Salvi Karamusa will come in for the extra point. Kamara, who just scored the touchdown, will hold. Andrew Lilly on the snap. Good snap, good hold. And the kick is up and good. 3:48 left here, first quarter. Poland takes the 14-0 lead. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX. We're back on the other side.
School sports are played by humans, coached by humans, and officiated by humans. So the next time you're sitting in the stands at a school athletic event, please remember this and maintain your humanity, especially when it comes to judging and critiquing athletes, coaches, and officials. Please show your fellow humans some respect. They'll appreciate your empathy.
This message presented by the OHSAA and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
So after two penalties, Poland gets into the end zone on a 73-yard touchdown pass from Zippolito to Vito Kamara. Kamara with another big pass, touchdown touchdown reception. Had one for 88 yards last week, Coach.
Well, you know what they say. Okay, you want to bring it back? We're just going to do it again. We'll just do it with another player. And they did.
Kickoffs brought to you by the Village Tavern. For nearly 100 years, the Village Tavern has been one of the area's favorite local spots for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Village Tavern is located at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, or online at villagetavern3.com. And Branches putting the boot into this one, and we picked up at the 3-yard line, brought out by Niles again. Out to the 15, and brought back and dumped back at the 15-yard line. I believe that was going to be Nick Natoli on the tackle.
It
21, but again, the jersey a little high there.
Yeah, it was 21. It was Natoli. I'll tell you what. Wow. And they had walled it here. He was going left, and Natoli had that little bit of opening, and he was able to take him down. Good job.
So 1st and 10 for the Niles Red Dragons, trailing by 14 points. They'll mark the ball actually at the 16-yard line. Joey Lehman leading the Niles Red Dragons at quarterback. They'll send a single receiver to the far side. That'll be Kerry Harden. Twin receivers to the near side. That'll be Wright and Fambro. One running back to his left. I believe that's going to be Reynolds. And a wing to the left as well as Lehman waits for the snap. 5 seconds left on the play clock. They'll send Fambro in motion from right to left. They'll hand this one off straight up the middle. And it'll be a positive gain of about 2 or 3 yards for Niles. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Colton Arnold on that one. Good job. He was able to grab him. 1 yard gain. Good job fighting his guy off. Using his hands, staying low and wrapping him up.
I thought they were going to give him a little bit more credit on that run, but they're going to say, I believe his knee went down after the 1 yard gain. So 2nd and 9 now for Niles. Niles working from the left hash mark. 3 receivers to the near side. This time, it'll be Dierico, Wright, and Fambro. Lehman waiting for the snap. Single receiver to the far side. They'll hand this one off, trying to get around the right side, trying to get upfield out at the 20, and he'll be upended at the 20-yard line. Austin Reynolds on the carry. But the Poland defense flowing right to the point of attack.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they jumped all over that. Was trying to get the, looked like Arnold again, but there was somebody that came over as well. I didn't get the number. They peeled off.
So Niles with the 3rd down at the 20-yard line. They're going to have to get to the 26 for a 1st down. So 3rd and 6 now for Niles. They'll go single receiver to the far side. They're going to flip right from the right side to the left side. They'll go wing to the right. Even in the shotgun. Have a tight end to the right side as well. They'll send Reynolds from right to left. Rolling out to the far side is Lehman looking downfield, sets his feet, fires, and that's going to be caught, but it's going to be short. Actually, they're going to give it to him. All right. Yeah. So I thought he was going to be a little short on that, but it's going to be a 1st down by 1 yard there. They'll give him the 27. So the Niles drive will continue. 1:52 left here, 1st quarter. 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Poland leading 14-0.
I see a lot of different numbers there, Jim. A lot of different numbers in there.
Well, Kelly Mimo at the corner on our near side. Lehman in the shotgun. Sophomore quarterback for Niles waiting for the snap. Rolling out to the near side. He'll fire back. And it'll be
great
upended
play
at the 27-yard line. No gain on the play. And I believe that might be Vito Camaro on the tackle coming up from the corner position.
Hackstead was also in on that too, Jim.
Hackstead working from that front 4. As they'll actually give him a credit for 1 yard. So 2nd and 9 now for Niles. Great crowd here on the Poland side. Bulldogs traveling well. Niles with a good home crowd here. So 2nd and 9 at the 28. Under a minute to play here, 1st quarter. Even twin receivers to his right, wing to the right. 2nd-year starter for the Niles Red Dragons. He'll hand this one up to the running back. They'll try to get to the 30-yard line. Austin Reynolds on the carry. They'll actually give him the 29. So just about 25 seconds left here. We'll see if they're going to get another playoff, and it looks like they're going to be content to let this time run down here in the 1st quarter. After 1 here at Bo Ryan Stadium, Poland takes a 14-0 lead over the Niles Red Dragons. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
We'll flip sides of the field here. Poland with a 14-0 lead. Fresh 12 minutes up on the board. As Niles will go twin receivers to the near side. Moving to right to left for us now. Single receiver to the far side. To send a man in motion from left to right. That'll be Fambro. It'll be Niles QB rolling out to the far side. Lehman looking for somebody. Finally throws it outfield. Has a man open at the 45-yard line. Caught well into Poland territory. Brought down at the 25-yard line to Keith Fambros. The 5'9", 151-pound junior with the big reception for Niles. Their second big catch for the night.
Yeah, they're just on that play. They just ran right past the defender. They have got to do a better job running with these guys. All it was a go route, and they got to jump that.
So Niles now at the Poland 25-yard line, trailing 14-0. Here's second quarter if you're just joining us. Over on Western Reserve Radio 2 with Mark Means, Dave Clark. Gerard with a 6-0 lead over South Range. I thought that was 7-0. I stood corrected on that as Lehman will wait for the snap. You'll have Reynolds to his right, three receivers to the near side. They'll be to the left of Lehman. He'll hand this one off to Reynolds. Reynolds trying to find it. The ball is on the ground, and it's going to be, I believe, covered up by Knight. It's going to be picked up by Poland, and this one is going to be gone. J.J. Fonda going to return this one 75 yards. Make it 74, I believe, on the fumble recovery. Poland takes a 20-0 lead. I don't see any flags on the play, Coach.
No, just a beanbag. We're good. Outstanding. They say that ball is ridiculous. That oval just kicks everywhere and it just rolls all over the place. And, it bounced right in his hand. So great job by Poland jumping that.
I thought several times that Niles had recovered that, but J.J. Fonda coming out of the pile with it.
Absolutely. You're right, Jim. I thought that they had it. And that ball must have been in there bouncing all over the place.
So 11:02 left here, second quarter. J.J. Fonda returns the fumble, 74 yards for a Poland touchdown. 20-0 is your score pending the extra point. As Vito Kamara will come out to hold. Just in a moment here, we'll get you some Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Couple of surprises here, as the coach is pointing out.
Mm-hmm.
Kamara waiting for the snap. Karamusa for the extra point. That kick is up, and it is good. 11:02 left here, second quarter. Poland with a 21-0 lead. We'll take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update, and most impressively, Liberty with a 14-0 lead over Garfield. We talked about that on the way here, Coach.
Yep.
We thought that was going to be one of Liberty's tougher tests. Right now, they have a 2-score lead.
Yeah, they're. I'll tell you what, they're playing tough. Coach Smith called me. Before games, he'll talk to me too about Liberty, and they're doing a great job over there. Absolutely, Palogo's he's getting them to play, and that's all that counts.
Now, some great games here today. East Liverpool going across the river to take on Brook, West Virginia. Cheney taking on Cardinal Mooney. Lakeview right now has a 7-0 lead over Struthers. Canfield leads Louisville 7-0. That one being played in Stark County. United with a 14-6 lead over East Palestine. West Branch leads Marlington now 21-0. Salem with a 7-0 lead over Minerva. Matthew leads Cardinals 7-0. McDonald with a 7-0 lead over Lowville. Lisbon with a 2-touchdown lead over Wellsville. It's 14-0. LeBray 7, Brookfield 0. Hubbard shutting out Howland 14-0. And Camel with a 7-0 lead over Mineral Ridge. We'll keep an eye on that Liberty Garfield game. I almost one that was an interest of you and I.
Absolutely.
Aiden Varanches to kick this one off. The right-footed kicker. Hackett back to return for Niles, as well as Casey Harden. That's Cash Casey Harden, hyphenated name. And this one will head right back to Hackett. He'll pick this one up at the 2-yard line, brought out to the 10, cut back to the inside, and he'll make it just past the 15, and maybe give him the 17-yard line. Flag on the play, and it's going to be a dead ball foul, I think. They're going to have Rylan Tavarich, the junior, for a personal foul. Looked like he was going at it with Ashton Satterelli.
No, frustration does come when you're over. It's going to happen.
We'll see if they're going to be offsetting, if this is going to be. No, they're actually going to assess this one against Niles.
Yeah, I didn't. Did you see what happened, Jim? I didn't even. I was watching.
Yeah, it looks like there was a little extra going on, and I believe
they were dancing.
So Tavarich kind of threw him down a little bit. So it's going to be half the distance to the goal. They'll mark this at the 8-yard line. So Niles, 92 yards to go with 10:55 left here in the second quarter. Niles moving right to left on your devices. They'll go twin receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side, and a wing to the right. The wing will be Austin Reynolds. Lehman in the shotgun, one running back to his right. He'll work from near the left hash mark. Send a man in motion. That'll be Harris. He'll hand it off up the middle, and they'll test it between the tackles. He'll get past the 10 out near the 11 or 12-yard line. Second down now for the Niles Red Dragons.
No, he didn't get a number on that.
So for Niles here, 4 penalties for 35 yards.
That was something that we talk about. Penalties will kill you, and that's what you don't want.
Well, especially when you're struggling, that would be real momentum killers for you, as Lehman now will move his running back from the right side to the left side. That'll be Amari Boyd. Even with the shotgun, he'll send a man in motion now from right to left. We'll give it to Boyd. Boyd up the middle. He'll drive and jump. Make it out past the 15 down near the 17-yard line. Maybe a pick up of 5 on that. It'll bring up 3rd and short now for the Niles Red Dragons. 9:50 left here, second quarter.
Everybody wants to leave their feet, and that drives me nuts as a coach because you don't do that. You're leaving yourself. You know, they see these NFL players, you know, Shaquan Barkley who did it, you know, and they're thinking, man, I could do this. Man, I'll tell you what, you are so lucky when you leave your feet if you don't come down with an injury. It's horrible.
3rd and 1 now, ball at the 17-yard line. Lehman in the shotgun. And flags again. Will this be a false start? And I don't think Poland jumped offsides. They shifted from right to left. But this will be a false start against Niles Red Dragons. It'll be 3rd down now and 6. Again, great situations here, being in 3rd and 1. We saw them in 3rd and 4 earlier, ended up in 3rd and 14. And again, this is these are the mistakes made by a young team.
Yeah, and here's the other thing. Always on this, they seemed up going long, and that's where Poland's getting bit a couple of times on long passes.
So Lehman in the shotgun. Casey Harden, a single receiver to the far side. He's out there one-on-one. 3-step drop back to pass. Lehman firing down the sideline, looking for a receiver. Was looking for Cash Casey Harden, but Vito Camaro and J.J. Fonda had him well tied up.
Yeah, again, that's what I say. That seems to be their scenario. They get it. They get that 3rd and long, and they're going for broke on that one. And they've been successful 2 or 3 times, but unfortunately things happened after that and backed them back up.
Clock will stop with 9 minutes even left here, second quarter. 4th and 6 for Niles. They will punt this one away. Vinny Dennis coming on, the 5'9", 143-pound freshman. He'll be about a yard deep in his own end zone. As the snap will be on the ground, but he'll get this one away. It'll be a wobbly kick, but it'll land at the 40 and take a pull and roll.
Poison.
So ball at the 42-yard line. That's where they'll down it in Niles territory. 8:49 left here. Second quarter. Poland with a 21-0 lead. As we'll try to bring you some more scores from around the valley on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Cardinal Mooney takes a 3-0 lead over Cheney. I think that's going to be a little bit more of an interesting game than many would give it credit for.
Yeah.
Girard now leads South Range 12-0. West Branch with a 4-touchdown lead over Marlington. It is 28-0.
May I say, I see 43 on the sidelines was chin dragging a little bit. He wants to play, but unfortunately, they said, panel, no reason to be out there. We're going to rest you a little bit.
Zippolita in the shotgun, twin receivers to each side. Moving left to right, back to pass, fires down along the hash marks, and he was looking for Natoli. I don't think Natoli saw it, and it's going to fall harmlessly to the turf, but there were 4 Niles Red Dragons in the area.
Yeah, he didn't look like he was going after a ball. He was just running. He's got to be aware when that ball's in the air, you got to go. And he didn't look like he was running real hard either.
So 2nd and 10 now from the Niles 42-yard line. 8:44 left here, second quarter. Zippolita will bring the play in from the sideline. They'll operate from the middle of the field. Delomo and Natoli going to be the twin receivers to the far side. Kamara. And Nemo to the near side. Back to pass is Zippolita under pressure, slips one tackle, directing traffic. He'll tuck it himself, take it past the 40, out of bounds near the 35-yard line. Pickup of 7. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now for the Bulldogs. And you could see, I would say, some development with David Zippolita. Doesn't feel like he has to run downfield, get all the yards himself. He'll take the run out of bounds, take the positive yardage, and then look for the next play.
Yeah, well, I would tell you something. He waited and waited. He really wanted to throw that ball, and there was just nothing there. So I'm glad he was able to tuck it and get some yardage on that.
So 3rd and 3 for Poland at the Niles 35. 8:35 left here, second quarter. 21-0 is the lead. T formation, and Zippolita will go under center. Angelilli, Jones, and Zippolita, the running backs. He'll give it to his brother Pano. Pano going to drive his legs down to the 30-yard line. I'll give him the 31, but it's still going to be enough for a Poland first down. This drive will continue with 8.5 minutes left.
Yeah, it's just what they're doing, and they're just screaming that clock. They're keeping it running.
Poland on a pretty slow pace now, as they will have Gavin Seaford, the tight end to the left, T formation. And Angelilli, Jones, and Zippolita, the running backs. He'll give it to Angelilli. Angelilli cutting up the middle. He'll slip one tackle, and then he'll get inside the 30, down near the 28-yard line. Pickup of 3, 2nd and 7 now for the Bulldogs.
That was a good run. I thought he might break that outside, but he cut it in, and the scrapings were there for Niles, and we're able to take him down.
And again, you take away these mistakes from Niles, and you see a team that has the potential to develop and become very good.
They'll be fine, believe me. They look like they're well coached. They get after it. No, I don't see anybody with their hands thrown up and giving up on anything. So they're here and they're going to play it.
Niles in a 4-man front. So 4-3 defense here for the Red Dragons. T formation, but now they're going to send a man in motion. They'll give it to Pano on the counter. Pano Zippolita off the left side, inside the 25, flag coming in. And he's going to be brought down at the 19, but more than likely that is going to be brought back as a hold.
Yeah, whoever was on the end of the line of scrimmage. Can't dance with them, guys. You got to keep them hands in. You got to shuffle your feet, work to their outside, get them turned. You can't get beat outside and then grab it. They're going to get, you're on an island, so.
Poland, 3 penalties for 30 yards. For Niles, 5 penalties for 40 yards. 7:12 left here, second quarter.
And Poland has knocked their penalties down, but they can't get where they're doing this and get sloppy against them. They want to just do their thing, keep your hands in, do your blocking.
3 receivers to the right this time. Delomo will be the single receiver to the left. They'll work from the left hash mark. Under 7 minutes to play here. Second quarter. Zipolita, 3-step drop. Looks out to his right. Under pressure. Steps up in the pocket. He'll evade one tackle. Rolls out to the far side with plenty of time. He'll cut back to the inside. He's got some blockers. Kamara with the block. Zipolita now at the 10, 5, cuts back inside into the end zone. Touchdown, Poland, 38-yard touchdown run by David Zipolita, improvising on the play. And Poland takes a 27-0 lead.
I will tell you this, his eyes were all downfield, too. If he could have thrown it, he would have. But I'll tell you what, he just, for as young as he is, he's an amazing individual. And I'll tell you what, he knows the game and knows when he has to pull the trigger. So, outstanding job.
So David Zipolita on the 38-yard touchdown run extends the Poland lead to 27-0 pending the extra point, in which Kamara will come out and hold. Salvi Karamusa will come out for the extra point. And just like that, 6:36 left. Poland has a 28-0 lead. 6:36 left here, second quarter. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back on the other side.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
6:36 left here, second quarter. Poland with a 28-0 lead over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240 with Mark Means and Dave Clark. The Girard Indians have an 18-7 lead over the South Range Raiders. Raiders go down the field and score. Girard on the ensuing kickoff returns that one for a touchdown. So Girard putting up some points there at Arrowhead Stadium in Girard.
I can't wait for that game. It ought to be interesting.
Baranch's kickoff here. Of course, all kickoffs brought to you by the Village Tavern. This one end over end. Now to Mika Hackett. He'll bring it upfield past the 20. Stutter step a little bit, and he'll be pushed back to the 20. He'll make it out to about the 22-yard line. Actually, I think they're going to give him the 23. And that's where Niles will start out first and 10. 6:28 left here, second frame.
Yeah, Aiden Perry on that 5'7", 160, sophomore. Good job on the coverage. Was able to wrap him up and brought him straight down. On the hit, he didn't get many forward progress, stopped him, and brought him back.
So we'll mark the ball at the 23. First and 10. We'll keep an eye on some of these interesting games from around the valley tonight. Liberty and Garfield going at it right here in Trumbull County. As Lehman now will go into the shotgun. One running back to his right, twin receivers to his right. A tight end to the left. Wing to the right now. As Lehman, quick pass out to the far side, caught at the 20-yard line, 25. He'll make it out to the 31-yard line. That'll be Cash Carey Harden on the reception.
Yeah, they're giving him a lot of cushion on that inside receiver, and I'd throw that all day until they move them up.
Update out of the Camel Mineral Ridge game. The Red Devils now with a 7-6 lead over Mineral Ridge. Crestview leading Newton Falls 27-0. Hubbard leading Howland 21-0. Brookfield leading LeBray 14-7. Lisbon leading Wellsville 21-0. Lehman in a shotgun, single receiver to the near side. Go with an up back. Pistol formation, actually. Handoff to the left side, trying to find some room to run. Out to the 35 and down near the 40-yard line. That's enough for a Niles first down. A great run by Amari Boyd, the sophomore, one of the many sophomores whose name we've called tonight.
Absolutely. And we're making a lot of, I'll tell you what, they're weeding new people in, weeding out and in. And I'll tell you what, I like this, what's Poland's doing. It's getting these guys in, getting them some playing time, getting them hungry.
Casey Harden right, twin receivers to the right now. With Reynolds the wing to the right. Lehman waiting for the shotgun. Quick pass out to the far side. Going to overthrow his receiver. Pass intended for Kerry Harden. I don't think Kerry Harden would have caught that if he was 7 feet tall.
No, but I'll tell you what, there was a defender out there for Poland who, if he'd had his head up, he might have been able to get to that. And if he did, that would have been a pick six.
Clock will stop with 5:06 left here in the second quarter. Poland 28, Niles nothing. Bondo will make his way to the sideline. As Caleb Scott now at one of the safety positions for Poland. Leaving in the shotgun, single receiver to the near side. That'll be Casey Harden. Wing to the right, we're going to have another flag. False start coming up against Niles, another 5 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 15 now for the Red Dragons. They'll move the ball back to the 35.
Well, here we go. Will the defense hold and get good field position?
One right will be the receiver to the far side. Or excuse me, he'll be in single coverage. Reynolds will be the wing to the right. He'll move from left to right. Play action. Fires out to the far side. Caught. Actually dropped at the 36-yard line. Niles.
Oh, there's a flag.
And there's going to be a little scuffle after there. We'll have some flags. And
I'll tell you what, kid from Niles needs to go. He needs to go. 52. That's not good. He's throwing haymakers out there. That's just not how it should be.
And officials talking out at midfield.
The good thing is the Poland player had his hands up and never saw him retaliate. So let's see what the call's going to be.
Now, either way, this is going to be a 15-yard penalty and potentially an ejection.
And I think they need to. You can't let this get out of hand now.
So 5 out of the 6 officials getting together right at midfield. They'll talk this one over. 5:02 left here, second quarter. Poland 28, Niles nothing.
Dead ball.
So
personal foul against dead ball. Oh, offsetting. Wow.
All right. So after some discussion.
Wow.
Now the question, will they eject either one of those players? And it doesn't seem to look like there was no signal for an ejection.
Wow.
As
that was horrible. Horrible.
All right. So back to play here. 5:02 left second quarter. So we'll scratch that one off as far as a 15-yard penalty.
Wow. Wow, that was bad.
All right, so 2nd and 15, ball at the 35-yard line. Dead ball foul, so that play will count. It'll make it 3rd down, I believe. All right, so receivers 2 by 2. Maury Boyd will be the running back to the left of Lehman.
Wow.
Coach Pavlansky making his way back to the sideline after talking to the back judge. 3rd and 15. Lehman in the shotgun. He'll wait for the snap. Also a man in motion. That'll be Harris. He'll move from left to right, trips to the right side now. 3-step drop. And Lehman under pressure. Got a hold in the back. And it's going to be almost intercepted at caught at the 44-yard line, excuse me. And they're going to have Ethan Elliott an easy holding call in the backfield. And I think they want to decline is make it 4th down, but
absolutely.
He was trying to hold on for dear life to Colt Arnold, 6 foot, 240-pound senior for the Bulldogs. And now at 4th and 15, Niles will obviously have to punt this one away.
Yeah, you don't want to get pulling this kind of right here, so.
Again, over on Western Reserve Radio 2, Girard has an 18-7 lead over South Range. Poland shutting out South Range last week, 34-0. Finney Dennis back to punt. Vito Kamara to return. He'll post up right around his own 35-yard. Low step under the feet of the punter, and he's going to cover it up at the 10-yard line, and Poland will have the ball. 1st and goal at the 10-yard line with 4:39 left here, second quarter. And we could very well start the third quarter on a running clock.
Yeah, I believe that is probably what's going to happen. You got 4:39 here, and they're already knocking at the door at the 10-yard line. So this is going to go to a running clock soon.
So 1st and 10. For Poland will start from the right hash mark. We'll be deep in Niles territory. Anthony DeLome will be the receiver to the far side. Kelly Mimo, the single receiver to the near side. He'll be one-on-one. Zippolita in the shotgun. You'll have Jones and Angelilli in the backfield. He'll give it to Angelilli. Angelilli cutting to the inside the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown. Poland on a 10-yard run. Angelilli makes it 34-0 with 4:32 left here in the second quarter.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. He just patient run, slid to the right, and was able to walk right in. So good job by Poland.
Angelilli gets on the score sheet on a 10-yard run. A one-play drive gives the Bulldogs a 34-0 lead as Kamara and Karamusa will come on to kick the extra point.
What's the score that it has to be?
It has to be a 30-point difference starting in the beginning of the third quarter.
Okay.
So Kamara waiting for the snap, a little high. He'll bring it down, kick it up, and Karamusa remains perfect. 4:32 left here, second quarter. Poland with a 35-0 lead will step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio, WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
WRQX, Salem, Youngstown, Warren. We are AM 600, The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Angelilli gets into the end zone for his 4th rushing touchdown of the year to make it 35-0 here in favor of Poland. And for Niles, they'll start out the third quarter, if all things remain the same, on a running clock. And for Poland, this is a good thing, setting up a big matchup with the Girard Indians next week. I know I'm not supposed to talk about that. Coaches don't like that, but
right.
This is the reality of the situation. Is
absolutely
Poland well in control here as Varanches will put his boot in. Of course, all kickoffs brought to you by the Village Tavern. Bobbled and picked up at the 5. We brought up by Kerry Harden to the near sideline. He'll cut back to the inside at the 30. 35, brought down near the 40. They might give him the 41-yard line. And Niles will start out with good field position here with 4:21 left here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that's a good return. They do a good job. I'll tell you what, that has been the only thing that's Poland is really that I see out of the offense defense. Special teams on kickoff, their coverage, I mean, they give up a lot of yards on the kickoff. So we got an injury timeout.
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be a cramp or kind of a warm night out here, not really humid. It's actually going to be Kerry Harden, who is on the ground. He'll get back up, and he'll go back down to one knee here. But 4:21 left here, second quarter. While we have an opportunity, we'll take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update from around the valley here, as Cardinal Mooney now at the half, reportedly having a 10-0 lead over the Cheney Cowboys. Jackson Milton with a 7-0 lead over Waterloo. Lakeview leads Struthers 7-0. Liberty with a 2-touchdown lead over Garfield. Canfield leads Louisville 7-0. No score between Fitch and Perry. Girard with the 18-7 lead over South Range. Leetonia leads Southern 13-0. United in a close one. It's 21-12 in favor of the Eagles. Harding with a 3-0 lead over Boardman. West Branch, no problem with Marlington tonight. It's 42-0 in the second quarter.
Wow.
Youngstown East leads Beaver Local 14-7, Coach. not bad for the Golden Bears.
I want to tell you what, we had him, and I'll tell you what, East did a nice job against Poland.
Lehman in the shotgun, one running back to his right, wing to the right. He'll hand it off, straight up the middle, out near the 43-yard line. Amari Boyd on the carry for Niles, 4:13 left here second quarter.
Yeah, they're just a couple yards on that run. They're not doing anything fancy. We got another one down, same one. Nope. Pardon me?
I don't think that's going to be Boyd that was down.
Looked like a 3. When he rolled over, it was an 8. Pardon me.
All right, so we'll continue along with the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update while they attend to Boyd. Hubbard for Dave and Mark here. 21-0 in favor of the Eagles over Howland. Of course, we can see Mark Means' house from here. I feel like Sarah Palin. I can see Russia from my house. Dave said that we could pick up his Wi-Fi from here. I tried it.
Didn't work.
No, I was going to say. If you only do.
I wonder if his wife cooks. Go over there and see. Hey, it's half. Can you throw something on the grill for us?
Heather's one of the good ones, I tell you. Got to put up with Mark. Brookfield has a 14-7 lead over LaBray.
Wow.
Over on the PA side, Greenville leads Lakeview, PA, 28-0. Lisbon with a 21-0 lead over Wellsville. Lowville, 14. McDonald, 7. Matthews leads Cardinal, 14-7. Salem still with a 7-0 lead over Minerva. And Champion in Southeast, they are all tied up at 14 as Lehman will go to the shotgun. One running back to his left. That'll be Reynolds. Wing to the left. Twin receivers to the far side. They'll send Dierico in motion from left to right. Hand this one off to Reynolds. He'll try to get out to the far side, make it out to the 40-yard line. And a textbook tackle by Angelo Angelilli. We'll pick up 2 yards on the play. It'll make it 3rd and 5 for the Red Dragons.
Yeah, I see a lot of substitution going in and out of that front line. So he's weeding some other people in there. That's a good job. I like to see that from the coach.
Yep.
Right now, get these young guys out there playing in a big-time game. And for them, that is, the younger guys, they look at that. They got their shots, so they're going to go out there and do what they got to do.
Lehman in the shotgun. Nate Sosnowski just coming off the field. A lacrosse player, actually, too. Twin receivers to the left, single receiver to the far side, wing right. Olin. And a 4-man front, quick pass out to the near side. It's going to be caught over and knocked out of bounds at the 49-yard line. What an outstanding catch by Jaden Harris. He went up over the defender. It was a little high for the defender, but Harris was able to go up for it and bring it down, and he'll be down right at the midfield stripe. An impressive catch by that young man.
Yeah, that was a great job. I'll tell you what. They can throw the ball. They can get it downfield. There is no doubt. They got some good speed on the outside, and I know we're giving them a little bit of cushion and bend but don't break. So,
6 foot, 138 pounds is Harris. Even back with 2 wings. He'll send a man in motion. That'll be Harris again. Even rolling out to the far side. Under pressure, takes a hit. Throws it, and it's going to be incomplete at the 47-yard line. Lehman took a shot.
Oh, the Pano
Zipolita. It was one of those hits where he ran through him. And Joey Lehman, the sophomore, somehow or another gets up and dusts himself off.
Wow, he got drilled. Perfect legal hit. Made shoulder into him, just drove him to the ground. Yikes.
2nd and 10 now. I think I just separated my shoulder. Wow.
It. My man, I'll tell you what, Pano's just, he's a player. He's an athlete. He's a player. And, boy, I'll tell you what, he loves contact.
2:34 left here, second quarter. Poland, the 35-0 lead. Lehman now in the shotgun. Going to send Harris out to the far side. He'll be in the slot. And a wing to the right. Lehman, 3-step drop. Rolling out to the far side under some pressure. Looking for a target downfield. He'll throw this one into the sideline as Zipolita was chasing him down again. And
yeah, he said, I ain't holding the ball that time.
You don't have to tell him twice.
Oh, no, 43 wearing that green shirt underneath. I got his number. Wow.
All right, well, again, we talked about Deion Sanders would call that a business decision.
Yes. More of like a hospital decision. Oof.
Survival is the key here for young Joey Lehman, the sophomore quarterback for Niles.
Yeah, you can't take 2 shots in a row like he did the first time. That just ain't good.
3rd and 10 now from the midfield stripe. Jawan Wright And Gavin D'Erico, the twin receivers to the far side, twin receivers to the near side, will get a whistle. And Niles is going to take a timeout. We'll keep it right here with 2:27 left here in the second quarter. See if we can get any updated scores from around here. Again, some of these games that we're keeping on. Liberty right now still reportedly has a 14-0 lead over Garfield. No score in the Fitch-Maslin-Perry game. Girard leading South Range now 28-7. And for the first time in many, many years, I think South Range may drop 3 regular season games at this pace.
Yeah. Guess what? The cycle comes around. That's all, and I believe that.
Also from around the area, Champion and Southeast still tied up at 14. Steubenville leads Farrell. There's an interesting matchup there, Coach. Steubenville Big Red and Farrell making their way over the PA line. Steelers there trailing Steubenville 16-12. We'll have 3rd and 10 here from the midfield straight. Even now, empty backfield. 3 receivers to the far side, wing to the right. Also have a tight end to the left. Lehman plants his feet, fires out to the far side. Caught at the midfield stripe. And you're going to have a hold. There's no flag on the play. So Cash Carey Harden on the reception.
Wow.
But it's still going to be 4th down for Niles, and I'm sure they're going to go for it.
The defender literally got tackled in front of the official. He never called it.
All right, so they'll mark this at the Poland 47-yard line. Niles will have to get to the Poland 40 for a first down. 1:55 left here, second quarter. And I have to agree with you, Coach. A missed call on that one maybe, but when you're up 35-0.
Well, and I get it, but call the game. I mean, that is just so obvious.
All right, so Gavin D'Erico, the wing to the left, twin receivers to the near side. And in the shotgun, Reynolds to his right. They'll work from the right hash. Minute and a half left here. Back to pass. Under pressure. Looking downfield. Hackstead trying to get to him. And he will smartly throw that one into the sideline. And it'll bring up 4th down now for Niles. Or excuse me, that will be a turnover on
downs.
For Niles. And Poland will get the ball with 1:26 left here, second quarter. They'll have this one at their own 47-yard line, but 53 yards, not a long way to go for this Poland offense.
No. It's a lot of time left on there.
Beautiful night here at Bo Ryan Stadium in Niles. Poland traveling well. I would venture to say they're close to probably 50-50 here in terms of Niles and Poland fans.
Yep.
All right, so they will start this one off from the left hash mark as we approach halftime here. Poland with a 35-0 lead. Paloma, the single receiver to the far side. 3 receivers to the near side. That'll be Mimo on the outside of that. Zippolita back to pass. Clean pocket. Screenplay over the side. That's going to be Chase Jones. Jones downfield. Past the 20. And down near the 18-yard line. And a well-executed screenplay by the Poland Bulldogs gives them the ball inside the red zone with 1:14 left here in the half.
Yeah, that was a great play. And I'll tell you what, great run, too. Being patient down the field. Good call.
Right back to the line here. Empty backfield now for David Zippolita. 1st and 10. They'll actually mark it at the 20-yard line. Twin receivers to the left, 3 to the right. Quick pass out to the flats here. Pat's going to be incomplete, intended for Chase Jones. Overthrew it. And that would be Joey Lehman on the defense for Niles.
Yeah, I tell you what, thank God he threw it as long as he did, because Lehman had the outside, and if he'd have caught that, there ain't nobody catching him.
So 2nd down for Poland. At the 20-yard line, at the Niles 20-yard line, if you're just joining us. Again, we'll bring you some scores from around the valley here. 3 receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side. It'll be Delomo. Zippolita back to pass, 3-step drop. Fires over the middle. That's going to be caught by Kamara. Kamara into the end zone. 20-yard touchdown pass. And for Kamara, that is going to be his 2nd touchdown reception of the night. That will be his 7th receiving touchdown overall for the year.
52 seconds to go before half. 41-0. You will see some different numbers out there coming out. I would have.
Coach, you may be able to get in there as well. I mean,
I could see me limping down the field. Yeah, so I could do that.
We've seen you do that running down the sideline.
Yeah, I've done that a few hundred times.
So,
I actually got picked up one time, too.
Hold and kick is good. This time, Brody Gensler on the hold for Poland gives the Bulldogs a 42-0 lead. Just under a minute to play here. Second quarter. As we try to catch up the score sheets here.
And I see a whole lot of different numbers going out there for the return, so they gotta be careful.
Poland scores on 3 runs, 2 passes, and a fumble pickup. And they now lead 42-0 here in the first half. This may be the quickest second half of football we've ever seen.
Yes.
But we do always have the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update to keep us busy. As no score reported between East Liverpool and Brook, West Virginia. Cardinal Mooney 10-0 over Cheney. Hickory beating Titusville over in the Keystone State 34-0. Jackson Milton has a 7-0 lead over Waterloo. Lakeview still has a 7-0 lead over Struthers at last report. Liberty has taken a 21-6 lead over Garrettsville. Garfield, the G-Men. And Canfield leads Louisville. They lead the Leopards 20-7.
I don't think that's a big surprise.
So, Eden Baranches comes on for the kick here. Of course, all kicks brought to you by the Village Tavern. Picked up near the 6-yard line. Brought out to the far side. Trying to find some room to run. And will fight his way out just short of the 25-yard line. They'll actually give him the 23. Mika Hackett on the return for Niles, with just 43 seconds left here in the half. Coming up at the half, we'll give you a scoring recap, take you around the valley, get you some scores. Also, we'll have the President's Athletic Conference report. Commissioner Joe Ndurko bringing you all the updated information from PAC play. Of course, we have Grove City Wolverine football back here tomorrow night. 7 o'clock kickoff here on Western Reserve Radio. Of course, you can listen to that game with Mark Means, Chris Birch, and the professor, Ryan Briggs. So from the right hash mark, Niles will go twin receivers to the near side. It'll be Casey Harden and Harris. They've been in the shotgun, one running back to his right, one wing to the right. 43 seconds left here, first half. Now hand this one off. Nowhere to go. And brought down in the backfield. That's going to be a tackle for loss.
No Huber on that one, Jim. He engulfed him.
Huber, the rather impressive young man there at 6'1", 250.
I think you would say pundulant. Is that what something there?
All right, so the clock is ticking down. They'll let the last 15 seconds tick off here before the half. Niles will head to their sideline. Poland to theirs, and we will head to the half. 2 quarters in the books here at Bo Ryan Stadium in Niles. Poland takes a 42-0 lead into the break. We're going to step aside for a timeout. We come back on the halftime show here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600. We're back after this.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Halftime here at Bo Ryan Stadium in Niles. The Poland Band coming out to entertain the home side. As we take a look at the scoring recap here for the first two quarters. It started out in the first quarter at 8:34 left. It'd be Pano Zipolita fighting his way into the end zone on a 3-yard run. And that would cap off a 43-yard drive. And then also in the first quarter with 3:48 left, it would be David Zipolita hitting Vito Camaro on a 73-yard touchdown pass. Followed up by a second quarter score coming in at 11:02. It'd be J.J. Fonda, coach, picking up that fumble. Again, I thought Niles had fallen on it. That ball just kind of came out. Fonda picks it up, and he carries it 74 yards into the end zone. And again, we talk about the microcosms for Niles, and that's kind of year it's been for them. 6:36 left in the second quarter. David Zipolita on an attempted pass. Like you said, coach, kept his eyes downfield, did a good job, no options. He just took it 38 yards into the end zone. Figured, I'll just do it myself.
Yeah, and he did all of his checkdowns too, Jim. I'm telling you, his head was on a swivel.
That shows the progression of that young sophomore quarterback. Second quarter, 4:32 left. Angelo Angelilli into the end zone on a 10-yard touchdown run, a one-play drive, and then they would finish off the first half with 52 seconds left. David Zipolita hitting Vito Camaro again on a 10-yard touchdown pass. And for David Zipolita, I believe that's going to be his 11th touchdown pass of the year. So while he's gotten away from that run a little bit, you've talked about it, and I think you hit it right on the head there, keeping his eyes downfield, going through his progressions, checking down, and boy, if there's nothing there, you better hope that your secondary and your linebackers in the right position.
Well, he waits for that opening. As soon as he sees that opening, he's been going at it. So, again, great job by him. I think they told him, you got to start staying in that pocket looking around. He does, but when it opens up, go ahead. You got the green light, my friend.
For Poland, 3 penalties for 30 yards unofficially. And then for the Niles Red Dragons, 45 yards in penalties, that coming on 6 infractions.
Right.
So for Niles, again, we looked at them at one point. They were 3rd and 4. They end up in 3rd and 14. Again, maybe signs of a young team there, but that has been the Achilles heel for the Niles Red Dragons. They have been their own worst enemy in really good situations.
Yeah, they just have to be aware and be careful of everything that's going on. You don't want to lose your cool at this time, but it just it's tough. I mean, when you're an offer, and I've been there, some of us coaches have been there a couple of times, and you got to keep the team together, but you can't lose your mind on it either. You got to be sportsmanship, and you got to do, frustration for a young kid, but you got to keep a cool head. There's no reason.
And as I've gone through this week trying to prepare for this game, I've looked at this Niles roster, and I see there's two seniors on this roster. So you've got juniors, sophomores, and freshmen that are going to come up through this program. And unfortunately, those 2 seniors may not see a lot of success, but, man, the program, such great material here to work with, players that are going to develop. I think Jim Perry's going to do a good job with it.
Oh, absolutely. A young football team, and they're going to take their lumps now, and that's just how it goes. I just got a message from Carol, and she said, "Sounds like you're going to get home early. It's going to be a running clock." And I said, "Yeah,
is there potential that may happen?"
Exactly.
All right, halftime continues here at Bo Ryan Stadium in Niles. We'll step aside for our second break. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back on the other side.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras. Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Halftime continues here in Poland. I want to remind you, coming up tomorrow night, Grove City College football, excuse me. There's Grove City High School, too. The Wolverines, they'll be in action tomorrow night. Kickoff at 7:30. Pregame right around 6:55 here on Western Reserve Radio. Mark Means, Chris Birch, Professor Ryan Briggs. They will take on the Geneva Tornadoes. Let's take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update from around the Valley. Of course, Discount Power Sports is your go-to store for discount ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bikes, and more. Visit them at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 330-717-4441. Updated scores from around the Valley. Cardinal Mooney with a 10-0 lead over Cheney. East with a 14-7 lead over Beaver Local. Camel still with a 1-point lead over Mineral Ridge at 7-6. Crestview extends their lead over Newton Falls 27-0. Hubbard still with a 21-0 lead over Howland. Brookfield leads the Bray 20-7. Wellsville trails Lisbon 21-0. McDonald and Lowville in a good one. It's all tied up at 14. That one's still reported in the second quarter. Salem, no updated score from there. Last we knew, Salem led Minerva 7-0. Champion in Southeast at the half, tied up at 14. Over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240 with Mark Means and Dave Clark. Girard with a 28-7 lead over South Range. Leetonia leads Southern 13-0. Second quarter action from Steubenville, the Big Red. They lead Farrell 16-12. And, Coach, I find that an intriguing matchup. Again, a lot of Ohio PA matchups. I think some schools having some trouble filling some schedules. A good way to do it. Reach across the border to our neighbors over in the Keystone State.
Absolutely.
We've seen several of those, including Hubbard, who, I'm trying to remember who they played now all of a sudden over there in PA. All right, they played the Greyhounds. That's right. All right. Because
the Hounds.
my CTE just kicked in. My apologies. Western Reserve with a 7-0 lead over Springfield. In a close one, United leads East Palestine 21-18. Some games coming up tomorrow as well as Columbiana will take on Valley Christian. Warren JFK, they'll be in action taking on Richmond Heights. Boy, over there in Warren, Coach. Harding with a 3-0 lead over Boardman. That last reported in the second quarter. That's a good showing by the Boardman Spartans. And West Branch with a 42-0 lead over Marlington. Got to see one of our young Canton Akron Jets hockey players. Of course, you can hear them right here on Western Reserve Radio. Lucas Black, he got into the end zone last week as a running back. So congratulations to him. And I don't know about them hockey players sometimes, Coach. You just like that contact.
Yeah, that's you. You like that hockey stuff, Field hockey, lacrosse, anything with a stick that you could beat somebody with legally.
Pretty much. And like I said, some of these guys, they like all those sports. It's the same thing. Stick up, stick down. Just depends on not a problem at all. They'll be back. The Canton Akron Jets, of course, back in action coming up next weekend from Pittsburgh. They will participate in a round robin down there as well. Over in Muskegon, Michigan, the Youngstown Phantoms and the Muskegon Lumberjacks, they are tied up at 1 in the second period, Coach. That reported by the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms, Matt Lipsack. And right now, both teams 4-0 going in tonight. So as a wise man once said, somebody's O has got to go.
Yeah, it's no lie. Oh, we got lights flickering here. Halftime, very nice. Niles doing a great job with their band. Very entertaining.
Outstanding performance here, pulling down the other end, watching as they have got the stadium lights timed up with the music.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
So absolutely impressive. Just about 8 minutes left here in the half. We'll step aside for another timeout. When we come back, we will have the PAC report here for you with PAC Commissioner Joe Onderko as we wrap up the half and get you ready for third quarter action here in Niles after 2. Poland has a 42-0 lead. We'll step aside for a timeout. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network. We're back after this.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Welcome to the PAC Football Report for October 4th, 2025. I'm Joe Underko. This week, we will take a quick look back at last Saturday's football action in the President's Athletic Conference, while also previewing Week 5 contests this Saturday. All 5 PAC road teams posted league victories on September 27th, while Westminster had the weekend off. In a battle of 2024 PAC co-champions, W&J opened the game with 34 unanswered points en route to a 34-14 final at Grove City. Geneva and Waynesburg each improved to 2-0 in league play with wins, with the Golden Tornadoes posting a 28-16 decision at Allegheny and the Yellow Jackets rolling past Teal 45-14. Case Western Reserve earned its first win of the season, blanking Bethany 55-0. Finally, Hiram won its first league contest since returning to the PAC with a 40-38 shootout victory at St. Vincent. Offensive PAC Player of the Week honors in Week 5 went to W&J senior quarterback Kellen Stahl, who threw for 337 yards and 2 TDs and rushed for another score at Grove City. Defensive laurels went to Geneva junior D lineman Colton Hill with 8 tackles, including 3.5 for losses and 2 sacks at Allegheny. Special teams recognition went to W&J senior kicker punter Devin Wyatt, who made all 6 kicks, including 2 field goals, while averaging 38 yards per punt. Newcomer of the week was Hiram freshman Devin Tufts with 10 catches for 179 yards and 2 TDs at St. Vincent. Week 5 again features 5 league contests, while Teal has the weekend off. The lone night game highlights the schedule, as 2-2 Geneva looks to improve to 3-0 in PAC play when they host Presbyterian rival 1-2 Grove City at Reeves Field at 7:30 p.m. It's the 99th all-time meeting in the historic series dating back to 1893, with Grove City leading 47-43-8. The Wolverines have won the last 4 meetings, including a 41-0 blanking in Grove City a year ago. Veteran Geneva head coach Gino DeMarco previews the primetime matchup.
They're very, very good. And we're going to have to play the best game we've played all year, which we're trying to. All of us as coaches are in the business of the process of improvement, and that's what we hope to do.
After a bye week in Week 4, 2-1 Westminster returns to the gridiron when the Titans host 0-3 Bethany at Harold Burry Stadium in New Wilmington at 1 p.m. It's the 62nd all-time meeting in a series that has been dominated by the Titans 47-12-2, including a 49-7 Westminster win in West Virginia last season. Veteran Westminster head coach Scott Benzel talked about the team having a back-to-camp mentality during the off week.
There's a lot of things that we had to get caught up on. There's some areas of concern for us in terms of shoring up some things, and so we took those 3 or 4 days to address that and then rest up a bunch of banged up, injured Titans.
It's homecoming week in Latrobe as 1-3 St. Vincent hosts 1-2-1 Case Western Reserve at Chuck Knoll Field at 1 p.m. Case has won 9 of 11 all-time meetings between the programs since the restart of Bearcat football in 2007, with the last St. Vincent win in the series being a 42-40 home victory in 2021. One highlight to open the season for the Bearcats has been the explosive passing connection between quarterback Jack Phillips and wideout Chris Downs, who has a league-best 639 receiving yards in 4 games. St. Vincent first-year head coach Casey Goff talks about the reasons for the duo's early success.
Chris and Jake both take pride in their positions and what they do, and they work extremely hard at it. And they work hard in the meeting rooms, they work hard in the field, and they've been able to develop that connection.
In other Week 5 conference contests, 2-2 Waynesburg also looks to improve to 3-0 in league play, as the Yellow Jackets host 1-3 Allegheny at Wiley Stadium in Waynesburg at 1 p.m. The teams first met in 1922, with Allegheny winning the first 6 meetings, before Waynesburg posted its first ever win over the Gators last year, winning a 44-41 shootout in Meadville. Finally, 1-2 Washington and Jefferson travels to face 2-2 Hiram at Henry Field in Hiram at 1 p.m. It's the 20th all-time meeting between the programs, with the Presidents leading 11-7-1. The teams last met back in 1992, with W&J defeating Hiram 61-6. That's all for this edition of the PAC Football Report. Log on to the conference website at www.pacathletics.org all season long for the latest news, scores, statistics, and other information. You can follow us on social media via X, Facebook, and Instagram. Links available at the PAC website. I'm Joe Underko. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the stadium.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Back here at Bo Ryan Stadium in Niles, we get ready for third quarter action here. Poland with a commanding 42-0 lead over the Niles Red Dragons. The Red Dragons 0-6 on the season. Poland coming in at 5-1 and off their big win over South Range last week. Of course, South Range down to Girard right now over on Western Reserve Radio 2 with Mark Means, Dave Clark. Of course, Dave Ferris, Matt Craven back in the Gessler Propane studio, pushing all the buttons, keeping us on the air. And it is the coach, Bob Gessler, and I. Here is Brody Gensler taking some snaps, getting warmed up here for third quarter action for Poland. And as you mentioned, Coach, we're going to see the future of the Poland Bulldogs, I'm sure, most of the second half here. Running clock, 30-point difference here in Ohio. Going into the third quarter, we'll take you to the running clock. Now, should Niles cut the lead to less than 30 for Poland, it will go back to regular timing rules. However, I am not positive that is going to happen. But nonetheless, did get to watch the Niles Red Dragon marching band at the half, Coach. The new LED lights in here, they were flashing, blinking, and having a good time. An outstanding job by that group of musicians, Coach. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, they did. I'll tell you what, they're strong. Sounded good. They're very, very distinct in the horns and everything. So outstanding. Jim, you talked about how, it's no running clock. I disagree with that rule that once you get there, I don't see a team coming back like a Niles and scoring 42 points to come all the way back. I just don't see it. And it's just, I don't know. I don't understand that rule. They just got to, once you're on a running clock, that's just how it goes. That's my opinion as a coach.
Well, you just look back at the Music City Miracle there, Coach, and you tell me it can't happen. But understanding what you're saying here, and most times that does not happen unless you're right around that 28-30 mark. But nonetheless, I don't think that's going to happen here. But we see a lot of young players warming up here. Again, we're going to get to see the future of the Poland Bulldogs as Pano Zipolita out there with Austin Reynolds as captains for the second half here. I believe Poland going to get the ball here in the third quarter. They lead 42-0. And this will set up a big matchup between Poland and Girard next week for the NE8 at Arrowhead Stadium in Girard. Check back on our social media. We'll see how that's going to work out for us next Friday night. Also, the Youngstown Phantoms will be making their home debut in the 2025-2026 season next week at the Cavelli Center. That will be on Western Reserve Radio with the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack. Right now, the Phantoms 4-0, taking on the 4-0 Muskegon Lumberjacks, which has become a pretty good rivalry there in the United States Hockey League. And, of course, we are back for, I believe, Dave might have to correct me, our 8th season with the Youngstown Phantoms. And what a great atmosphere down there. A great group of folks to work with, just like here at Western Reserve Radio.
There we go. Absolutely.
All right, so Poland going to get the ball.
See a lot of different jerseys out there, a lot of different people. This ought to be now. Oh, we got John Luceni throwing forearms into Pope. So, and Pope
right.
said, "I'll take you out."
So, Pope and Brody Gensler back to return for the Bulldogs. That'll get us started here in the third quarter. We have not seen the Niles kickoff team as yet, but it will be Giovanni Merlo, the 5'7", 150-pound freshman kicking off.
A lot of freshmen and sophomores.
So Pope and Gensler to return for the Poland Bulldogs. Again, great opportunity for the young folks here to get some time here. This is going to be an end-over-end kick landing inside the 30-yard line, picked up at 25 by Poland. Bring it out to the near side, out to the 40, 45, and at midfield down near the 49-yard line. Tackle made by Amari Boyd. Poland will start off 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line to get this third quarter started on what is going to be a continuous clock here in the third and fourth quarter.
Yeah, and there comes the second unit, we'll call it.
We will call it, I don't know, Coach, I'm going to call it the future.
Okay.
As we're going to get a glimpse into what we're going to see here in the next couple of years. And for Poland, one of the outstanding things that they have is their off-season program.
Yeah.
Again, we don't see a lot of players 6'5". We don't see a lot of players 350 pounds, but we see some absolutely outstanding athletes. And a lot of that you have to attribute to those off-season workouts, and you've seen a lot of those.
Mr. Ferris just gave me an update. 76 pass for a TD. First play from scrimmage. Gerard, 35. South Range, 7.
For the first time in several years, South Range will lose multiple regular season game. Handoff and a big hit at the 48-yard line. It'll be loss of a yard. As Karen Pope takes the hit. That'll move him back. Actually going to say it's a 2-yard loss. So 2nd and 12 now for Poland. Just underway here, third quarter. Bulldogs with a 42-0 lead over the Niles Red Dragons here on the Youngstown Patricians High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio. Of course, if you were listening in on the iMedia One Network app, we appreciate it. Or maybe one of our social media platforms on Facebook, YouTube, or some other things that we don't remember. Gensler now in the shotgun. We'll have Lamping to his left. Dan Lamping, the juniors. They'll send Pope in motion from right to left. Gensler keeping himself. He'll pick it past the 50, 45, and knocked out of bounds at the 42-yard line. And clock will continue to run here, even though he went out of bounds. And that will be, think about 2 yards short of a first down. You'll have to get to the 41, ball at the 43-yard line. Brody Gensler, 5'11", 165-pound sophomore, leading the Bulldogs offense here in the third quarter.
I like it. Just keep getting first downs. That's all you got to do here. This could be, if they get close, they may go for it. 2-down territory.
Dominic DeLomo, the receiver to the far side. They'll go wing left. Twin receivers to the near side. Caleb Scott will be the outside receiver. Hand off to Pope. Pope trying to find the corner, trying to get to the outside. 45 and down near the 40-yard line, and that should be just enough for a Poland first down. 8:50 left here, third quarter on a running clock. As Danny Lamping will bring in the play from the sideline.
Yeah, that was a great job. I bounced it inside, then he saw nothing in there, and then he kicked it out, and that was a great job.
So Brody Gensler, not in a big rush here, talking to Coach Pavlansky on the sideline.
Oh, I'm sure he's looking at them big numbers on the in the end zones to the play clock. They're probably about, I got to say they're at least 3.5 feet tall. So he's letting that clock run down before he snaps the ball. There's no reason to hurry. Here we go. He's got to keep an eye now.
So David Zippolito went his night with 2 touchdown passes, 1 on the ground. Gensler in the shotgun, 1 receiver to each side. He'll give it to Lamping. Lamping fighting forward past the 35 down to the 34-yard line. Pickup of 6, 2nd and 4 now for the Bulldogs.
Great run. I'll tell you what, he ran hard on that. Like to see us get his pads a little bit lower on that and maybe truck a few people, but I'll tell you what, outstanding run. Good, hard. So I'd like to see about the future.
7:44 left here, again on a running clock. According to OHSA rules, we will continue until it becomes a less than a 30-point deficit. Also, we'll bring you some more scores from around the valley. We'll get you some updated scores from over in Brook, West Virginia as well, as Gensler now in the shotgun. You'll have Aiden Perry to his right, running back to his left as well. Single receiver to each side, wing to the left, hand off the left side. And that's going to be lamping again down to the 30-yard line.
Well,
Pick up a
that's
4,
close.
and that should be just enough for a first down.
What are they saying?
Yep, first and 10. It will be for Poland. Their drive will continue.
I'll tell you what, they're doing a great job. I like the patience of the runners. You know, they're cutting one way, and then they see an opening, and they're pitter-patting, and they're hitting it backside. They're doing a great job, offense.
So ball right at the 30-yard line here as we hit about the 6:40 mark of the third quarter.
Yeah, Brody's doing a good job with the offense. I like it.
Again, Gensler, the sophomore, same as David Zippolita. So man in motion left or right, that'll be Pope. Going to take it himself upfield. Great read at the 20, knocked out of bounds near the 19-yard line. Brody Gensler will be close to another Poland first down, depending on where they're going to mark it. I see John Luceni, our head linesman, standing at the 21. He'll say second down, so he must have gone out of bounds on the far side there. Of course, they had a better angle than we did. We'll mark it exactly at the 21.
So what? They're doing a great job. Great job.
Second and 1 is Dono Mias will check in, the 5'9", 160-pound sophomore. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Dano, I like that.
Dano.
1S, that could be a...
You wanted to say
Danos.
Book 'em, Danos.
All right, Delomo will be the receiver to the far side. Pope will be the slot. Single receiver to the near side, wing to the right. Gensler sending Pope in motion. He'll give it to him on the jet motion, trying to find a corner. Slipped one tackle. Somebody had his jersey, but he'll fight right back to the line of scrimmage. And it'll be third and just about 1 for Poland as we approach the 5-minute mark of the third quarter.
No gain. Third down. 2 down territory.
Aiden Perry will stay in the game. Pope will come out for Poland. Gensler will bring in the play from the sideline.
This is when you go under center and just tap and run. Everybody from the shotgun went 3rd and 1. I don't know. It's just the game is changed.
The tush push very famous. All right, so Elijah Creed, the 6'1", 205-pound sophomore, will be the fullback.
Oh, look at this.
Is that a 3 or a 7, Coach? We're trying to get the right numbers here. Oh, excuse me. That'll be a 7. Aiden Perry will be the fullback. Ball on the ground. Gensler's going to cover it up. And that'll bring up 4th down. No gain on it.
Jim, this is what I talk about, is going underneath center. A lot of these guys ain't used to that snap coming up and slapping their hands, and a lot of times you fumble the ball, and it's exactly what happened.
Yeah, football has really gone to when the spread offense was a very unique thing, but now it is the standard.
Yeah.
Where you see a lot of receivers out there trying to spread out the defense. But, again, I think you and I agree a lot here. We like to see multiple formations, including the eyes and the offset eyes.
Absolutely.
Multiple running backs, things to that effect. And you don't see it so much, Coach. I think you and I feel that it becomes hard to defend because you don't recognize it.
Exactly. If you were in a stack and run a counter out of that, holy mackerel.
All right, Gensler sending Pope in motion from right to left. They'll give it to Pope. Pope going to be hit, but he'll be pushed forward. And all right, it's going to be a turnover and downs. John Luceni there says, I thought he went further downfield, but okay, nonetheless, turnover on downs. Niles will take over. 3:28 left here.
Yeah, but
third quarter. We'll have to give him a hard time about that one.
It's all right. I'll tell you what, he did a great job eating clock going all the way down the field. It's just outstanding.
Yep, took off just about 8.5 minutes.
Yeah, the fumble is what killed them. If they would have been able to hold that and get some yardage on it, that hurt them. But that's how it goes.
So new linebacking core here is Danny Lamping and Cooper and Achilles will be the middle linebackers. Pope will be the corner to our near side. Caleb Scott will be one of the safeties, along with Gensler. Handoff off the left side, nowhere to go. Well, actually, we'll get out to the 24-yard line. Pickup of 2, 2nd and 8 for Niles.
Delumo on that one. Dominic done a nice job on that.
Yeah, the younger Delomo. 6 foot, 165-pound sophomore.
Okay. Well, somebody.
We'll have a player down for Niles.
Oh, okay.
2:41 left here in the third quarter. While we have a moment, clock will stop. We'll have an opportunity to take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Brook, West Virginia, right now with a 14-12 lead over the East Liverpool Potters. Cardinal Mooney leads Cheney 10-7. That one turning into a good one in the third quarter. Jackson Milton with a 34-6 lead over Waterloo. Lakeview leads Struthers 13-6. Liberty with a 27-6 lead over Garfield. Canfield leads Louisville 20-7. Fitch and Perry all tied up at 7. Sharpsville leads Mercer 12-10 over there in Western Pennsylvania. Sebring at the half trails Danbury in 8-man football 48-0. Girard with a 35-7 lead over South Range. Leetonia shutting out Southern 13-0. Springfield with a 14-6 lead over Western Reserve. Missed the Tigers over there. United now extending their lead to over East Palestine 35-18. And right now, Harding still with a 3-0 lead over Boardman. We'll try to get an updated score from there. As we'll have 3 receivers to the right side now. Handoff to the far side. Cut back in the middle. And Niles will get out past the 35 down to the 36-yard line. Amari Boyd on the pickup for Niles. That'll be a first down for the Red Dragons.
Yeah, we just ran a little bit of a counter, so we got to do a better job up front.
So ball marked at the 36. First and 10, under 2 minutes to play here, third quarter. Running clock here as Poland has a 42-0 lead. Joey Lehman still in a quarterback for Niles. Not really a lot of depth there, quarterback for the Red Dragons, so he may have to take them all the way through the game. So go twin receivers to the right, wing to the right, single receiver to the near side. That'll be Kerry Harden. Rolling out to the far side is Lehman. He fires, and that's going to be thrown into the Niles bench, but didn't have a whole lot on it. As we'll bring up, I believe, third down now for Niles.
I'll tell you what, Ashton Sattarelli laid out for that. He really wanted that ball for a pick. Great job by that young man. Holy mackerel.
All right, correction. Second down now for Niles. At the Red Dragon 36-yard line as we approach the 1 minute mark here, third quarter. Got to see some of the Poland Bulldog marching band come over here. They get the third quarter off, but when it's a running clock, that's a short break.
That would have been Will Craven, who walked past us down below.
All right, Lehman the handoff this time. Out past the 40, down near the 44-yard line. Again, that'll be Boyd on the carry, the sophomore. And again, we talk about Niles, and when you talk about Poland putting young players in, well, Niles already has their young players in.
I was going to say, they already have their JVs out there because that's their varsity. And it has nothing to do with anything. It's just that they're a young team, and they don't have any seniors. 2 seniors on the team.
You know, and there were some things that I saw at Niles that I was impressed with. The ability to do certain things, and when they become more consistent, this is going to be a great team.
Yeah, so as long as they stay together, that's going to be the key.
So twin receivers to the near side. They'll send Harrison motion left to right. Handoff to Boyd. Boyd taking it past the 45, down near the 47-yard line. That's just enough for a Niles first down as we come to the end of the third quarter here at Bo Ryan Stadium in Niles after 3. It's the Bulldogs with a 42-0 lead over the Niles Red Dragons. We'll step aside for a timeout. You're listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after these messages.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras. We now now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Lehman rolling out to the near side, tosses the ball, almost intercepted by Poland. Dominic DeLomo in the area, but Lehman under all kinds of pressure as we get underway here in everybody's favorite fourth quarter here, Coach, in the Valley. It's Lena's Pierogi House. Fourth quarter, your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Visit Lena's on Facebook to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Call Lena's at 234-254-8532. And I got that secret information again about those lineups this week. And we'll tell you about that right after this play here. 2nd and 10, ball at the 47-yard line. And in the shotgun, single receiver to the near side. That'll be Juwan Wright. He'll be one-on-one with Pope. Handoff straight up the middle. That's going to be Boyd off the left side, down inside the Poland territory at the 46-yard line. Coach, take a look at some of these specials here for Lena's Pierogi House. Monday and Tuesday, it's the chef's choice. You don't get what you want. You get the chef's choice, which is still better than
good stuff.
Better than probably any decision I would make anyway. On Wednesday, it's National Pierogi Day.
Ooh.
October 8th. Of course, that will include buffalo chicken, Hungarian pepper, loaded potato, bloomin' onion. That'll be the rest of the week.
Ooh.
It will be at 1547 Brewery in Cortland on Saturday from 2 to 8 for their 1-year anniversary Oktoberfest. It'll be
Where was that at?
in Cortland. Boyd upfield on the handoff. He'll fight his way to the 40-yard line. Pickup of 6. And that's enough for another Niles first down.
You got rocked pretty good. That was a good job.
Last report coming from John Knappich Stadium. The Mineral Ridge Rams lead the Camel Red Devils 21-13. Back and forth affair there.
There you go. That's a good football game.
Over in East Youngstown.
Okay.
Just want to see how many people remember that. Lehman in the shotgun. Boyd to his left hip. 3 receivers to the left. I'll play from the middle of the field. Lehman plants his feet, fires out to the far side, gets it out to Kerry Harden. Harden fighting his way forward, and he'll be bounced around like a pinball, but brought down at or near the 30-yard line. We'll see if that's enough for a first down.
Boy, Ginsler just unloaded on him. We got a player down.
All right, so an official's timeout here. 9:17 left in the game. Poland with a 42-0 lead. As we go back here in Lena's fourth quarter to the Scout Power Sports scoreboard update.
Public hush.
Good one down there in Beaver Local, Coach. East with a 20-14 lead over Beaver Local.
Good for them.
Mineral Ridge now with a 14-13 lead over Camel. Crestview, no problem in Newton Falls tonight. It's 54-0 in the third quarter.
Goss is having the head coach, Josh Goss, played for me. Mineral Ridge, he's having a heck of a time over there.
In the third quarter, we're Western Reserve Radio 2 with Mark Means and Dave Clark. Gerard with a 42-14 lead over South Range. And wow, I cannot remember a South Range team losing 3 regular season games. It's been a long time there, but at some point, I guess you gotta reload.
Cycles. Teams come in cycles. You can't always be on top. You know, look at Mooney. Look at all those years they were on top. And they took a big slide. They're starting to get back up where they need to be. It just happens.
All right, so 2nd and 1, ball at the Poland 31-yard line. Niles needing 1 yard for a first down. Lehman in the shotgun. Twin receivers to our near side. Right on the outside. We'll step back. Handoff to Boyd. Boyd off the left side. We'll pick up the first down for Niles. Tano Mijas checking into the game. Cooper and Keeley's will head to the bench for a breather.
I'll tell you what, Poland's bench is doing a nice job against them. Haven't broke any long runs on to this point, and they're making them 3 downs before they get that first down. So they're there.
Lehman with Boyd to his left. Noah Harris, the wing to the left. Twin receivers to the near side. Hand off to Boyd. Boyd upfield. Drop his shoulder. Pick up some yardage on the play, and I believe it's going to be just about 2nd and 4 now
Sattarelli on the tackle did a nice job.
I've heard his name a couple of times here in the third, going into the fourth quarter.
Yes, sir.
And the thing is, with these freshmen and sophomores, you're going to come back next year and they're going to look completely different.
Oh, absolutely.
Again, you start participating in those off-season workouts.
Sure.
And really hit that growth spurt.
Yeah, I was going to say, no more baggy drawers. You'll see these guys filling out their uniforms.
Yep. Jaden Harris, the receiver to the far side. They'll go wing to the left. That'll be Reynolds. Lehman. And off to Boyd again. Boyd inside the 20. Down near the... See if they give him the 18 or 19-yard line. 7.5 minutes left here as the crowd has started to file out. I will say even the starters have been somewhat behaved, not trying to campaign to get back in the game.
No, they know it's over, and they're probably already thinking, okay, we got this one wrapped up. Start thinking about next week, because that's what you have to do. We have got to make sure that we, again, cross our T's, dot our I's, and get it done, because this team's got to knock them off.
2nd and 19 for Niles. Just under 7 minutes to play here in the game. 3 receivers to the left of Lehman. Boyd to his right. He'll give it to Boyd again. Boyd off the left side, upfield, inside the 15, down near the 10, inside the 10, inside the 5. He'll reach. Ball's loose. Poland's going to cover it up, but they're going to say he was down. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 1 for the Niles Red Dragons.
Yeah, he hit the ground and it came out, so.
We'll have some more replacements coming in for Poland.
Another injury.
Chris Holtzman and Devin Lucas. Some of these young guys at 6'3", 210 is Devin Lucas, the sophomore, wearing number 77. Chris Holtzman, 6'1", 245.
Yeah.
He is a sophomore.
He stands out, Jim. I've watched him. He starts playing football. Look out.
And if you have to play Nostradamus, and you look into the future looks pretty bright when you've got that to work with.
Yeah, when you got the size you do, and hopefully the young man who got had an injury, the I believe freshman.
Yes, Maddox Purins. We hope that he's going to make a full recovery. Such a talented young man as a freshman, and also a good young man as well. His father, Dave Purins, the principal over at Poland Middle School, and one of the great administrators here in the Poland School District.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
So 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. 6:27 left here, coming off the injury timeout. Reynolds in the backfield to the right of Lehman. Give it to Reynolds. Reynolds fighting forward into the end zone with 6:13 left here in the game. So Niles prevents the shutout. They get 6 on the board. It's 42-6, and the lights start flashing.
I'll tell you what, the band, they're doing a great job. They're jumping around in there, and they're causing all kinds of noise. So, hey, cheer for what you got to cheer for. You got to score. I believe they're going for 2.
So Austin Reynolds gets Niles on the board on a 1-yard touchdown run. 42-6 is the score. Lehman in the shotgun now. Boyd to his right. Twin receivers to the left side. The wing to the right as well. Handoff up the middle. Nowhere to go. And Poland sniffed that one out easily. And they will wrap that up with 5:20 left here. Clock will stop on the change of possession. Of course, I want to thank all of our sponsors. Youngstown Patricians being our title sponsor. Youngstown Patricians are looking for post-high school and college talent to join their roster. For more information, check out the Youngstown Patricians on Facebook or call John Galbraith at 330-540-1099. If you get that itch to get back on the gridiron locally, come out and represent your community.
I want to, just for one play, hit somebody and then bandage myself up
and retire. Of course, our Coach's Corner is brought to you by the Cleveland Cobras. Cobras in pursuit of a PAFL championship. If you're looking to continue your football career, contact owner Jesse Caldwell, 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football. All the kickoffs and field goals were brought to us by the Village Tavern, who for over 100 years has been one of the area's favorite local spots for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Village Tavern is located at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard. And online at villagetavern3.com. Of course, all night long you hear the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Certainly want to thank them for coming back this year. And then, of course, our fourth quarter brought to you by Lena's Pierogi House. It don't get any better than that.
No, it's great.
If you're hungry, trust me. If you can put it in a pierogi, she's going to figure it out.
I'm telling you.
There's nothing you can think of. She has.
You know what? The only thing is, no, I did. I had it. Yes, I did have some pierogi from her. But see, I'm just partial. I had a couple of bowls of paprikash, and I want to tell you something. Anybody out there that likes chicken paprikash, I'm giving you some advice. Go try it. And
it's got a little spice on it.
It got a little kick to it. And I'll tell you what, it's some good food. And she does them, and she's such a sweetheart. She is just a wonderful young lady.
Giovanni Merlot kicking this off for Niles. As we hit the 5-minute mark, ball picked up at the 24-yard line, brought out by Poland out to the 30. They'll bring it out to the near side. That's Gensler. Gensler with some room to run at the 40. He'll get a block in front of him, but he'll be hemmed up at the 43-yard line. Flag will come in. They're going to have a hold against Poland. Gensler bringing the ball out to the 42 or 43-yard line. I believe they're going to have Nate Sosnowski on the hold for Poland. And I won't go on the stat sheet, although inconsequential as it is now with about 4.5 minutes to play. But Nate Sosnowski, again, one of the gentlemen building the lacrosse program.
Even John Luceni's laughing on that one. Why call it?
Well, and when it's so obvious like that, we called it. He should have just called it, I guess.
Spoken like a retired official. I always try to give those guys the benefit of the doubt.
Sure you did, Coach. Poland, Niles, 646. See, you got me good.
I got you.
6 penalties for 45 yards.
Oh, we have so much fun in this booth. I hope everybody enjoys our laughter and our fun. But, we loved coaching the football. Those years are over, playing. And
Coach likes the foosball.
Yeah, this looks like we got some freshmen out there.
Zach Beauchamp making his way onto the field. Poland, 4 penalties for 40 yards tonight. And off the left side. That's the 30, 40, one man to beat. He's going to be knocked out of bounds near the 40-yard line. Kieran Pope on the run gets the ball in Niles territory with just about 3.5 minutes left. And I know Pope was smelling the end zone.
I want to tell you something. He did a great job running, but that line did a great job blocking. Wow. I'll tell you what, that was outstanding. He gave him that hole. He hit it. Too bad he couldn't grab another gear. That would have even been better. So I thought he was off and running.
All right, so Poland will have the ball 1st and 10 at the Niles 40-yard line. 3 minutes left here in this contest. Bulldogs with a 42-6 lead. We'll have a few numbers on here we do not have on the roster.
Yeah, I was looking.
We have reached deep into the bag here, and I'll tell you the future is still looking pretty good as Danny Lamping will line up as the fullback in the I formation this time. He'll hand it off the right side. And Poland again out to the 40, 35, cuts back to the inside. He'll bring down near the 32-yard line. And
I think Mom, Dad, or somebody's out here having a good time. They're jumping up and down. Good for them.
2.5 minutes left here, fourth quarter. They're cheering like it's a 6-6 game right now.
Well, you know what? When your kid or your grandson or whoever it is gets in and he does something like that, that's what you want. Get excited. That's a wonderful thing.
Poland and Girard will meet next week.
Yeah, it's the biggie. There's the biggie.
At Arrowhead Stadium in Girard. And we will be back at home for the Lakeview Bulldogs. Battle the Bulldog. Side formation, single receiver to the near side. Now watch the play clocks in the end zone. About 7 seconds left on that. And off the left side. 2 hands on the ball for Poland. He'll get out near the 30 and drag a few defenders. Knocked out of bounds near the 25-yard line.
Luceni called him out, I'll tell you.
Aiden Perry on the carry, the 5'7", 160-pound sophomore. And we have 1:28 left on the clock here in Week 7 of the Ohio High School football season. Poland 42, Niles 6. I'll place this at the 25 on the left hash mark. Poland going to take their time. Here's 1:10 left on the game clock, 32 seconds left on the play clock. So they may run one more play
Yeah, that's what's going to happen unless he takes a knee.
Wilson to play in from the sideline with under a minute to play. 15 seconds left on the play clock. Seen some grandmas down there.
Getting excited.
Marianne Barron.
Oh.
Kim Hupp here. I formation. Man off to the left side. And Lamping going to carry this one down to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. And the 40-second play clock will start, but there's only 30 seconds left in the game. And I think that is probably going to be the last play you're going to see tonight here at Bo Ryan Stadium in Niles. In about 20 seconds, it'll be a final. Poland gets a 42-6 win. And their 6th win on the season. They will end the week 6-1. Niles will fall to 0-7. And for Poland, they will head over to Arrowhead Stadium next week to take on Girard. We're going to step aside for a break. We come back. We'll have the post-game show here from Bo Ryan Stadium in Niles. You're listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Post-game show here from Bo Ryan Stadium in the city of Niles. Poland with the 42-6 win over the Niles Red Dragons. Take a look at the scoring recap here as it would get started with 8:34 left in the first quarter. Pano Zipolita into the end zone on a 3-yard run would cap off a 43-yard drive. It would get Poland the 7-0 lead. They would follow that up with 3:48 left in the first quarter. It would be David Zipolita hitting Vito Camaro on a 73-yard touchdown pass, making it a 14-0 game in favor of the Bulldogs. Second quarter action with 11:02 left. J.J. Fonda, he would scramble 74 yards with a recovered fumble into the end zone to give Poland the 21-0 lead. And then just a couple minutes later, 6:36 left here, David Zipolita, after he dropped back, couldn't find an option downfield, so he took it himself there at 38 yards into the end zone, giving Poland the 28-0 lead. 4:32 left. Angelo Angelilli would get in the end zone on a 10-yard run, a one-play drive. And then it would be David Zipolita hitting a Vito Camara again on a 10-yard pass. It would make it 42-0 at the end of two. The only remaining score came with 6:20 left in the fourth quarter, as it would be Austin Reynolds for Niles getting into the end zone on a 1-yard touchdown run They avoid the shutout. However, the final score after 4 quarters, 42-6 in favor of Poland. Poland goes to 6-1. Niles falls to 0-7. For Poland, maybe not as clean as Coach Pavlansky would have liked to have seen it. For Niles, again, saw a lot of things there, Coach, that if they can do consistently, this is going to be a better team after some offseason workouts and just some physical maturity coming into the next season.
I was going to say some growth, and that comes with age, so they'll be fine. I think everything will work out just perfect.
We'll step aside for our last break here. When we come back, we will give you a rundown of scores in the Valley. We will wrap it up here from Bo Ryan Stadium in Niles. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532. Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Back here one last time as we wrap it up from Bo Ryan Stadium in Niles. Poland with a 42-6 win over the Red Dragons. As we take a look at the last round of the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Of course, we're ending a little bit early here, so a lot of these games will still be in progress. As we will have East Liverpool now leading Brook, West Virginia, 20-14. You ever got a chance to go down and watch a high school game? I highly recommend Brook, West Virginia. East over Beaver Local right now in the third quarter, 20-14. Mineral Ridge leads Camel, 35-13. Cardinal Mooney with a 10-7 lead over Cheney. That is a close one in the fourth quarter. Crestview, 61. Newton Falls, nothing. Hubbard shutting out Howland, 31-0. Brookfield leads LeBray, 20-7. Jackson Milton, 34. And Waterloo, 6. That one was last reported at the half. Lakeview and Struthers in a close one. It's Lakeview with 13. Struthers with 8. Reported in the fourth quarter. Lisbon shutting out Wellsville in the third quarter, 42-0. Liberty now leads Garfield, 27-14. Last reported in the third quarter. A long way to go in that one. Garfield trails by 13. Canfield with a 23-14 lead over Louisville. Third quarter action, McDonald and Lowville all tied up at 14. Fitch and Perry tied at 7. Matthews, they get the win over Cardinal. I believe that's going to be a final 43-7. Salem, 48. Minerva, 17. Coach, we saw them in week 1. We said they were going to win some games, and they have done that.
Absolutely.
Danbury with a 48-0 win over Sebring. That in 8-man football. Sharon leads Grove City on the PA side, 21-14. Southeast leads Champion, 36-20. Girard with a 42-14 lead, Girard with a 42-14 lead over South Range. And that game, of course, at Mark means Dave Clark. And we will join that game in progress as soon as we wrap it up here. Southeast with a 36-20 lead over Champion in the third quarter. Latonia leads Southern 28-12. So let's take a look at this. Springfield with a 17-6 lead over Western Reserve. And Steubenville now has a 32-24 lead over Farrell. Another interesting matchup. United leads East Palestine 49-18 in the third quarter. And right now, Coach Boardman has a 7-3 lead over Harding.
Wow.
That reported after 3. And in a final, West Branch knocks off Marlington 62-0. Wow. An impressive performance by the West Branch Warriors. Some high school action tomorrow is Columbiana take on Valley Christian. Richmond Heights will take on Warren JFK. And over in PA, Reynolds and Wilmington will go at it as well. For us tomorrow night, pregame 6:55 for the Grove City Wolverines as they will take on the Geneva Tornadoes. They will travel to Geneva for that one. A 7:30 kickoff here on Western Reserve Radio. Of course, you can join Mark Means, Chris Birch, and the Professor, Ryan Briggs. Dave Ferris and I will keep an eye on things back here in the Youngstown area. We'll keep you on the air as we bring you all the action of the PAC here. Of course, a lot of great matchups coming on that side as well. So college football here Saturday on Western Reserve Radio. And David, do you have an updated score from the Youngstown Phantoms? I don't think it was 1-1 in the second period. I don't believe we've gotten an update from there as well. They were taking on the Muskegon Lumberjacks, both teams 4-0 going into that game being played up in Muskegon, Michigan. All right, so we're not going to get you up there for that. I do apologize. All right, so next week, Poland will travel to Girard, and then they will be at home for Lakeview. A big one, Coach, coming up between Poland and Girard there. Big NE8 matchup could determine the conference.
Yeah, absolutely, it will. I don't see them stumbling after that, either team. So I believe that Girard's going to have their hands full. We saw a lot of good things today, a lot of hard running. Again, maybe a little bit more penalties than we should have seen, but sometimes that happens when you got a desperate team and things do happen. So, again, if they clean that up, I think we should be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, Poland gets out of the game tonight, 4 penalties for 40 yards. And for the Niles Red Dragons, 6 infractions for 45 yards. They won't be able to make those mistakes next week, Coach. It's that Girard Indians team, almost the mirror of Poland here in terms of the ability to score and then the ability to play great defense.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. So this will be a very interesting game next week.
All right, stay tuned to all our social media as we give you all the updates. As
hey, Jim.
Coming up here. Yes, sir.
Okay, we do have an update. It is 2-1 Phantoms, 7:22 left in the third period.
All right, Phantoms trying to protect their undefeated record here, 4-0 in the very young USHL season. They will be back at home at the Cavelli Center next Friday as well, as they will start their homestand there on Friday. A 6:45 airtime, 7:05 puck drop at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. Of course, we'll have a full slate of high school action right here on the iMedia One network. So for Matt Craven, Dave Ferris, back in the Gessler Propane studio for the coach, Bob Gessler. I'm Jim Craven. Thanks for joining us here tonight for Poland Bulldogs football. Your score one last time, it was the Bulldogs with 42 and the Niles Red Dragons with 6. And we'll see you back here tomorrow night for Grove City football here on Western Reserve Radio on the iMedia One network. And we hope you have a great weekend, everyone.
Good night, all.
I think there's got to be some issues because Scott looked good before we seen him the first time running the football. Early on he did, and then we didn't see him anymore. So now they still got Hunter, but they're not using him the way he did the last game. They did bring him in, and he ran quite a bit.
He had that one drive where he pretty much carried the football every play on that drive.
Yes.
So 4th and 2. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. They got a wing to the right side. Hunter's the tailback. Pearson going to look to the end zone, firing to the end zone. And that pass is going to be caught for a Girard touchdown. That's Wade on the reception for Pearson, making it 48-21 with 28 seconds to go here in tonight's third quarter.
48 already, and they've been averaging 49.
Right, 49.7.
Yeah.
And when Pearson, when he plants that foot and lets the football go, he can really rip it.
Yes, he can. You know, I think about that commercial when Tom Brady said, just rip the seam, and I mean that guy. throws it with velocity on those short routes.
Maxwell Erickson completes the extra point. And with 28 seconds to play here in this third quarter, it is 49-21 in favor of Girard. And, we talked about it in the pregame show. When these two teams get together, lots of points are put up on the scoreboard. 49-30, South Range winning last year. 49-21, the Raiders winning in 2023, and 56-12 in 2022. So the last three have gone the way of the Raiders. The Indians trying to stop that streak tonight.
Yeah, they sure are, and they're trying to do it emphatically. Let them know that, hey, there's a new team in town, and it's the Girard Indians, and that offense is explosive.
Yeah, we were curious to see, you play every game on your schedule. They've won every game on the schedule. We saw them beat, at that time, an undefeated Garraway team. It's now 5-1 on the season. And it's going to be interesting the last couple of weeks. Girard and Poland still have to face off in the final 3 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know which week it is, but that's going to be a heck of a game. And our broadcast partners will be a part of that during that game. And I'm sure that should be a treat for them.
That is next week.
It is next week, so that's going to be a treat for Mr. Craven and Mr. Gessler.
And that is at Poland.
Oh, boy. And you talking about probably a packed house? There will be.
That kickoff is going to drive the returner back inside the 5, across the 10, cuts back 15, still on his feet, and down near the 19-yard line. That's Tommy Titus on the Village Tavern kickoff return. And South Range will have the football with 19 seconds to go here in this third quarter.
This has been something.
19. Raiders will have the ball first and 10 on their own 19-yard line.
So Raiders working left to right here in this quarter, have the ball at their own 19-yard line. Put 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right side. Toy, the quarterback, sends a man in motion. Gives the ball to Varshak, running to the outside, looking for some blockers. Spins off a tackle at the 25, and
he might have got all 10 there.
Close to that first down marker.
Right now, number 0, Brian Wilson.
Just short.
Going to be just about a half yard shy, and we have come to the end of the third quarter. After 3, it is Girard 49, South Range 21. The Lena's Pierogi House. Fourth quarter is next here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
You're listening to WRDP.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Getting set to begin Lena's Pierogi House fourth quarter here on Western Reserve Radio. We are underway here in the fourth. And Nick Toy will keep. As always, this fourth quarter brought to you by Lena's Pierogi House, your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Visit Lena's Pierogi House on Facebook to see the weekly lineup of available favorites for dine-in or carry-out. You can call Lena's Pierogi House at 234-254-8532.
Never before a game, though.
That's the only time never.
That's right, only time.
Toy takes the snap. He'll drop to throw. Has time in the pocket. Will roll to the right side. Now he's going to tuck and run, and he'll go out of bounds near the 36-yard line. Atlanta's Pierogi House this week. Monday and Tuesday is Chef's Choice. Wednesday is National Pierogi Day, October 8th, where they have buffalo chicken, Hungarian pepper, and loaded potato. They have bloomin' onion the rest of the week. So they've got a fantastic lineup of pierogies at Lena's in Hubbard. Go check them out. Just like we did.
Yeah. Yes, we did.
So third down coming up for the Raiders. 3rd down and 4. Toy going to fake it to Varshak. Going to throw on the run. Pass is going to be knocked away and incomplete. And receiver that was down earlier just took a big hit, but good to see him pop up. That's James Dysert, the junior, wearing number 87. So 4th down and 4 now facing the Raiders as Toy gets the play from the near sidelines. Raiders break the huddle, 14 seconds on the play clock. They'll have one receiver to the right, 2 to the left side, single back in the backfield, now goes in motion. Toy drops to throw, sets up the middle screen to Valentine across the 40. He'll have the 1st down and more across the 45 and down to the 46-yard line. Like that misdirection look where you look like you're going to set the screen up to the back, and it's a middle screen to the wing back.
Yeah, there's a nice play there. And he almost broke through on that one.
So 1st and 10, Raiders up to the 46-yard line. Toy gives the ball to Jason Varshak, running to the short side of the field, and
here he is.
He'll break tackles across the 45, spins down near the 40, still on his feet. He might take this to the house. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Jason Varshak. 54 yards on that run, and there's a flag back at the 25-yard line. So we will wait for this penalty. This was way upfield.
Yeah, I think they called a clip. I think that's what they're calling, but.
So they will work on sorting out this penalty at 10:24 to play here in the 4th quarter. They're going to bring in an extra official from the Girard sidelines. And this penalty is going to wipe out the touchdown. So that penalty is a block in the back on the Raiders. So it will be 1st down on the spot foul at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, that one there, that was a great run with the football there, and to see that one come back, that one hurt.
Varshak's been impressive tonight.
Yeah. He's a strong runner, tough guy.
6 foot, 190 pounds, and a junior.
Yeah.
South Range seems to always have a great back or two for this offense. Fake it to Valentine. Varshak open, makes the catch across the 25-yard line. Gonna spot him at the 23-yard line. That's good enough for a South Range 1st down. Spot the ball, 1st and 10 at the Girard 23-yard line. 2 receivers go to the right. Varshak gets it running to the left side, spins off a tackle and twists his way just shy of the 15-yard line. That's going to bring up a 2nd down and just about 2 yards to go. Ball resting at the 16-yard line. 2nd down, 3 for South Range. Drew Starkey now in at the tailback spot. Gets the carry.
Nice
also
play.
running to that short side, looking for some blockers. And Starkey going to drive the feet all the way down to about the 6-yard line.
That was a tough run there.
It takes multiple defenders to bring these South Range backs down.
They run it with determination. Like I said, one thing I like about them, no matter what the score, they still playing as hard as possible.
Starkey, also just a sophomore. Going to put 2 receivers to the right, wing to the left, and Tommy Valentine. Now he'll go in motion. They'll give him the carry, trying to bounce to the outside. Now cut back in and took a big hit around the 2-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from there.
Yeah, you got to get down. You got to get down. That's an area you don't want to take a shot the wrong way and could lose the football.
Valentine, 6'1", 190 pounds. Almost want to call him an H-back because he does a little bit of everything.
Yeah, does everything. He's only a junior, I believe.
Starkey, the tailback. He's going to get the carry this time, trying to sweep to the outside, and Gerard there that time to knock that play down back at the 5-yard line. Closer to the 6, it's going to be 3rd and goal.
Yeah, that hurts there. I think you run right at him. When you get that close, you try to run somewhere right at him off that right side like you've been doing. You don't want to get any negative plays like they just did there.
So Barchak will check in. Starkey is going to come to the sidelines. Play clock now down under 10 seconds. Hiscock in motion. Toy going to spin the ball to Barshak. Barshak looking to dive to the end zone, and he is in. That's a 5-yard touchdown pass from Toy to Jason Barshak. And with 8:12 to play here in this game, it's now 49-27 in favor of Girard. So Drew Starkey will come on and attempt the extra point. Tommy Titus, the sophomore, to hold. So they will snap the football for the extra point. Snap and hold are good, and the extra point is up and good. And with 8:12 to play here in this 4th quarter, it is now 49-28. And this South Range offense has found themselves some rhythm here in the second half.
Yes, they have. And like I said, they show a lot of fight no matter what. Being down like this, some teams could just, like I said, hang their head and this thing can get really out of hand. But they know they continue to fight and put up a good effort. And that's always a good sign of a well-coached football team.
We mentioned it earlier. South Range will head to Bo Ryan Stadium next Friday to take on the Niles Red Dragons. I was actually corrected by the executive producer that Gerard Poland game is at Arrowhead next week.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Yeah, I definitely thought it was in Poland. So they at home. That's going to be a big one. It's going to be packed.
That's going to be that'll be one of the bigger crowds in the Valley for a game this year.
Yeah, I just can't see how that won't have a packed house.
I'll recommend other guys to keep the crowd mic turned down low next week.
Yeah.
I may not even need one for that game.
Yeah, you may not. It was loud when we was there against Garwick. Can you imagine with Poland?
I mean, and it's one of those where, I mean, there's so much at stake. Not only, the NEA conference title, but playoff positioning.
Yes, absolutely. We're at that time of year.
That's another attempted onside kick brought to you by the Village Tavern in Hubbard, but that's covered up by Girard, who will take over at midfield.
Yeah, you probably got to get one of those big bounce type onside, kick it right to the guys. They had their hands guys up front, and they were able to take care of that one right away.
So Girard will have the football at midfield. Pearson back in there at the quarterback spot. It's Hunter at the tailback. Two receivers to the left, one to the right side. Going to run it with Hunter on first down, and they shoot the gap and throw him down back at the 56-yard, or excuse me, 46-yard line.
Yeah.
If you find a 56-yard line down there, let me know.
Yeah, I sure will. And you don't even find that in Canadian ball, so I don't know where you're at right now, Mark, but you're in a different league there.
I've invented my own league. It's not high school, it's not college, it's not pros, it's not the XFL or the USFL. It's not quite sure what it is. What it is 2nd down and 14. Play clock now down to 5 seconds. We're down to 7.5 minutes to play, fourth quarter. Pearson takes the snap, runs the option, pitches the ball back to Hunter, who turns the corner across the 40. He stepped over a tackle, and Hunter's going to take it down the sidelines for a 54-yard touchdown run for Hunter. And we saw his explosiveness in the game we did a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, because we didn't know what to expect when he got into this little guy, but man, he gets it outside. He's not a real easy guy to bring down one-on-one, and then he has the explosive. Once he gets out there, he is gone. They got a lot of speed, Mark.
Jeremiah Hunter, 5'5", 155, and when he gets into the open field, he has got some incredible speed. So Algiers will do the holding. Gets the snap down. The extra point by Maxwell Erickson is up and good. And with 7:14 to play here in the fourth, it is Girard at 56, South Range 28. We'll step aside for a break and come back with more on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532. Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
On the Discount Power Sports scoreboard, another final in tonight. Hubbard moves to 6-1 with a 38-0 shutout over the Howland Tigers tonight.
Wow. And I'll tell you, they're on the roll too, 6-1. And they have done well this year. Definitely have.
Got one loss coming to Poland.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
So it's a Village Tavern kickoff for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Visit the Village Tavern in Hubbard. That's a loose ball bouncing at the 41-yard line, and the Raiders are able to cover it up right there. So South Range will take over the football with 7:12 to play here in this fourth quarter tonight.
Where we at? 43.
Boy, that is the lucky number.
42.
Raiders going to come to the line of scrimmage with a receiver as a wing to the right and two to the left side. Borshak's the tailback. Toy to throw.
Oh.
A little jump pass that was a little too tall and incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10. We're at 83 points tonight. If you would remember, our record together is 99 points in a game.
Yeah. Yeah. Can we?
At Mollenkoff.
Can we get there? 15 more points, huh? 16 points. That's a touchdown each and a 2-point conversion. Even though I don't think they will go for it.
You know what? All I remember about that game at Mollenkoff was I needed to take a nap after the game was over.
Yeah, we was tired.
One receiver out to the right, two to the left side as Toy drops back to throw.
Oh,
that pass had a little too much on it off the hands of Gavin Hiscox, and it's going to be 3rd down and 10.
Gavin Hiscox.
Now we've got a player down on the field.
Other cramp.
And it looks like a cramp. Pearson trying to do a little bit of everything and even helping to stretch him out.
Right. And these are the type, when the weather is like this, very warm earlier, cools off at night. You don't get hydrated the right way, the cramping will be severe.
Saw quite a bit of that watching college football last weekend, too.
Yeah, I did, too. A lot of it. And you build up some of those big games, too. You see it, seen it happen in the Alabama-Georgia game.
It is a quiet weekend of sports on the Sports Radio 1240 side of things, with the 49ers playing last night. However, Tuesday night brings NBA preseason basketball on Sports Radio 1240 and Z104. Cavaliers open up action on Tuesday night at home. And hopefully this year they can make a little bit of a deeper run in the postseason.
Yeah.
The player down for Girard, up and heading to the sidelines. That's Drake McGregor, a senior for the Indians. Wanted to stay as he tried to work his way towards the huddle, but he'll have to come off the field for a play.
He's trying to turn around. Can't do that.
So it'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Raiders. Single back in the backfield behind Toy, a wing to the right and 2 receivers to the left side on 3rd down and 10. Plenty of time on the play clock. Valentine comes in motion. Sets as a wing to the left side. Toy going to roll that way. Eyes downfield. Blitz coming, and he is going to be sacked back near the 35-yard line. Toy didn't have anybody open downfield. A covered sack.
Yeah, definitely there. And he closed quickly on him and was able to get there and get the sack.
So this will bring up a 4th and 15 for South Range. We're at 6:35 to play in the 4th quarter.
Back to the punt, number 15, Jason Vorshak.
So Vorshak going to punt the football away. Single returner back deep for Girard. Dropping to his 32-yard line. Vorshak gets the kick away. This is going to take a fantastic Raider roll inside the 20. And that's going to come to a stop at the 15-yard line. Returner back there for Girard, and Braxton Sloan just decided to let that ball roll. And it rolled to a stop at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, nice punt there.
Again, tonight's 4th quarter brought to you by Lena's Pierogi House, your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Visit Lena's Pierogi House on Facebook to find out the weekly lineup of available favorites for dine-in or carry-out. Or call Lena's Pierogi House at 234-254-8532. So 1st and 10 for the Indians from their 15-yard line. Going to run it on 1st down with Hunter. Hunter finds a little seam across the 20. Flag comes in. 2 flags now as Hunter's dropped at the 23-yard line. Yeah, I saw a couple of hands reaching up towards the face mask on that run. We mentioned it, Hunter just listed at 5'5" and 155, so the reach to kind of pull that blur down as it goes past you, and sometimes you get a hand in the face mask.
Yeah, get caught in there.
So we're...
Oh, wow. Well, it said holding.
They called, he called holding. And then
offset.
Right, so those 2 penalties will offset, and we will we'll pretend that play never happened.
Yes.
You didn't see that at all.
Except when you are the running back and your neck is
twisted around. Right. That's when you remember for sure what happened.
That play happened.
I guess it's 40 offset. You go back to 40.
So The ball is at the 15-yard line where it's 1st and 10 for the Girard Indians.
Whoever did it first. Offense is first.
So A.J. Pearson's gone all the way at the quarterback spot. 56 up on the board, exceeding their points per game average now by about 7.
Yes.
Hunter remains the tailback on 1st down. He's going to get the handoff. This time he'll dodge a couple of tacklers, fall forward to about the 18-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 7 for Girard, who now is content to run some clock as we go under 5 minutes to play.
Yeah. You see that they're doing that. And that's the only thing you see them do as far as they'll slow it down like that. But they'll try to score again. They're just an offense that does that.
So there was some movement up front by South Range, but they were able to reset. Play clock under 10 seconds. 2nd down and 7 for the Girard Indians. Hunter going to get the football again, and this time bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 7. 4th quarter clock now rolls. About to roll under 4 minutes to play. Next week on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week, Alliance and West Branch. Both teams coming into play tonight at 5-1. Talked about it earlier. Get a chance to check out that brand new turf they put in Beloit.
Yeah, we'll get to see it.
Pearson has 2 receivers to his left, and now we've got a flag and a procedure penalty. That might be the 3rd or 4th time they've had two players in motion at the same time.
Yeah, that doesn't happen quite a bit tonight, though. And it's happened on both teams, but they have done it a lot. Even though they've had a lot of success tonight, that is one area they're going to have to check in because they did that quite a bit.
So this will back it up and bring up a 3rd down and 11. Try and get you some more scores as they become final on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard. Pearson's going to keep the football, going to try and squeeze it into his receiver downfield at about the 32-yard line, but that'll be incomplete. This will bring up a 4th down and 11 facing Girard now. Final starting to come in on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard. Beaver Local rallies in the second half to beat Youngstown East 28-20.
Wow.
Cardinal Mooney gets by Cheney in a good one, 10-7. Crestview, they are 7-0, a 61-8 win over Newton Falls. Girard snapping the ball back to Pearson. He's just going to quick kick this one away, and a sliding fair catch called for at the 37-yard line. We mentioned earlier, Hubbard downs Howland tonight, 38-0. Jackson, Milton, and Waterloo. Last report in that game was 34-6 Blue Jays. Brookfield gets another win tonight. They are a victor over LeBray, 35-14. McDonald and Lowellville, that game last report in the 4th quarter with McDonald up 21-14. Give you a couple of finals after this first snap of the football by the Raiders. Girard's going to use a timeout, so that'll give us a moment to give you some more finals. Austintown Fitch, a big win today. They beat Massillon Perry 14-7.
Boy.
Matthews over Cardinal 56-15. Salem, last report, leading Minerva 48-17. We mentioned Poland 42-6 tonight over Niles. Springfield comes from behind at halftime. They beat Western Reserve 17-6. The Farrell Steelers go on the road tonight to take on Big Red, and Steubenville a winner 40-24. United over East Palestine 63-24. That was a big game that did not end close.
No, at all. Oh, that, woo.
Boardman comes from behind after trailing 3-0 at halftime, beats Warren Harding 14-10, and West Branch over Marlington 62-0. A lot of points put up on the scoreboards across the valley tonight.
Sure is.
Off the Girard timeout, 1st and 10, South Range. Hiscock going to go in motion towards the right side. They give the ball to Drew Starkey, and Starkey lowers the shoulder and works his way down to the 25-yard line. Maybe just a little shy of that 25-yard line, but it'll be good enough for a first down.
A couple guys laid out.
Got a couple of, as you said, Girard players down with cramps.
We'll need to get some of those guys out. I mean, the game is basically, we know it's decided, and I would just get some of those guys been playing a long time. I would actually get them to the sidelines and get some of my young players in. Only thing about that, they've been standing on the sides for so long. They come in and they might end up doing that after a couple plays. I mean, that's how it is. You've been standing on the sideline, and that temperature cools down, makes it even harder to get ready.
Need to follow the Dave Clark method of hydrating during the week, and not on game day.
Yeah, I tell you, that's how I was taught to do it. You play that Saturday, Sunday, you may take a break, and then that Monday you start already getting hydrated for next Saturday. And I learned that in college, and it really helped. It helped big time, because I used to have problems with exactly that, getting cramped up.
So trying to get the two players for Girard that were cramping up to get their way to the sidelines. First man up and off the field. That is number 5, Alan Hess-Cardona, who is now able to make his way towards the far sidelines. Girard and Poland next week from Arrowhead Stadium, South Range. They'll get on the bus. They'll head to Niles to face the Red Dragons next week.
Got to get well there.
Unbelievably, now down to just a few games left in the season.
Next week is week 8.
It is.
Wow. I don't know where it went. It's unbelievable, Mark. Unbelievable.
Now we talk about, we said, it's the fastest 10 weeks of the year. It is.
Yeah, it is. That's not a joke. That's real talk there.
Those players up and to the sidelines for Girard. Will get back to play with 3:04 to play here in the fourth quarter.
So our regular season stops on October the 24th, huh? Wow.
First night of playoffs is Halloween.
Yeah, that is right.
Toy back to throw. Completes the pass to Tommy Titus. Breaks a tackle at the 20. Inside the 15 and down near the 10-yard line before going out of bounds. Titus got a lot of playing time last year. Multi-sport athlete for the Raiders. Had a couple of big catches down the stretch for them.
Yep.
So 1st and goal for the Raiders from the 10-yard line. 2:52 to play here in the game. Toy now puts the running back Starkey to his right. Starkey gets it going to the left side. Broke a tackle, stayed on his feet, and he's down to about the 4-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from there.
Brought down by number 2, A.J. Pearson, and number 22, Grayson Lazars. Going to be 2nd goal now.
2.5 minutes to play here in this fourth quarter. Big thank you, of course, to the Youngstown Patricians, who have been the presenting sponsor of our high school football all season long.
Sir.
Got a chance to work with them quite a bit, you and I, this summer.
Yeah, enjoyed that.
Starkey on the carry, and he's going to be brought down shy of the goal line. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 1.
3rd and goal now for the Raiders.
Under 2 minutes to play in this fourth quarter.
Take a knee.
Big finishes down the stretch in these last 3 weeks of the season that are coming up. Still a couple games to be played on Saturday around the Valley.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That we'll keep our eye on. And before the snap, we've got a flag thrown, and that's going to be a false start penalty. Just leaning a little bit forward, got caught, and that'll back him up 5 yards. Put the football back at the 6-yard line. So this game clock is at 1:10 to play.
Yeah.
Checking in, that's Guido Miller, the junior who scored the touchdown earlier in this game.
We got 2 plays here.
Got 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left side. Looking towards the end zone, and that pass is going to be caught by Miller for his 2nd touchdown of the night tonight, as kind of found a little spot open in the seam, and Toy hit him in stride for the touchdown. And the Raiders have put up 34 points tonight. And it'll be Starkey to come on and attempt the extra point.
I'm going to take the extra point, number 28, Drew Starkey.
Let's take the break. Are we onside kicking or just kicking?
Charge showing some pressure. They'll come from the edges, but Starkey's extra point is up and good. And with 50 seconds to play here in the 4th quarter, it is now Girard 56 and South Range 35. We didn't get to the 99 yet, but we're at 91 right now.
We're trying, but I think that'll do it there.
You know, we talked about it. The coaches even mentioned it in the Cleveland Cobras pregame show. When these 2 teams meet, a lot of points are put up on the board.
Yeah, and they definitely did it. They did not disappoint once again in putting those points on the board.
And so South Range, we mentioned, will have Niles next week. We'll be back here in 2 weeks when they face Cardinal Mooney. And when you look at that region, that becomes a big game for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely will be. And fighting for those last percentage points, it's going to be major in that time.
Cardinal Mooney with a close win tonight over the Cheney Cowboys. Got a first-year head coach, new coaching staff there, and they're playing good football.
Yeah, and that'll be what, week 9 when we have that one.
So the Raiders set to line up for the kickoff.
Nobody expects us to go past 10 o'clock.
The kickoff brought to you by the Village Tavern in Hubbard. For nearly 100 years, the Village Tavern is one of the area's favorite local spots for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Located at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard and online at villagetavern3.com. So Starkey ready to kick this one. We'll see what he elects to do here. And he will kick this one away. That will go over the head of both returners and picked up at the 3. And the returner will take a knee there. So we are down to 49 seconds to play here in the 4th quarter.
Should get a snap or 2 off, and that should be it.
Seen A.J. Pearson go all the way at quarterback. He is back out there for these final couple of snaps in tonight's 4th quarter. Both teams lining up, as you said, for a couple more snaps with 49 seconds to go. Everybody going to come inside, and Pearson just going to elect to take a knee.
Pearson will take a knee.
Yep.
And he will take a knee, and the clock will continue to run. When you look at this, Girard will improve to 7-0 and 3-0 in the Northeast 8 Conference. South Range drops to 4-3 and 2-2 in the NE8 as Pearson will take one more snap, and this game will go into the books. Final score tonight, Girard 56, South Range 35. We'll take a break and come back with more on the postgame show here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Post-game show here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Girard is 7-0. They win on the road tonight in the Northeast 8 Conference, 56-35. And I know the name that you saw that stood out tonight was freshman receiver Mario Lipinski.
Yeah, he impressed me quite a bit. Just the way he carries himself on the field as a player and just what he can do in the field. Just amazes me that this kid is only a ninth grader. So we're talking 14, 15 years old, and boy, is he hard to stop.
And another big game today for A.J. Pearson on both sides of the football, Dave.
Yeah. I'm telling you, he's a very good athlete, and he's so physical. People don't realize, you think quarterback, no. He's physical on offense and defense. He's just an athlete. He is something.
He absolutely is. A big win tonight for Girard as they will now get ready to face Poland at home next Friday. We are going to take our final timeout. When we come back, we'll wrap things up, look ahead to next week right here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532. Are Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Wrapping things up one final time here from the home of the Raiders. As the Girard Indians get the win in Northeast 8 Conference play, we turn our attention to the Northeast Buckeye Conference next week for Alliance and West Branch, and a chance to check out the new field there in Beloit, and that should be a good matchup.
Yeah, it's nice for us to be able to come and see two teams we haven't seen Alliance. I know since I've been back, I haven't seen them, and then West Branch. It's been a couple years since we've seen them, and I know they usually have a good product on the field, so both of them have excellent records, and that should be a good game for us.
I want to thank the staff here at South Range. Always a good time to catch up with old friends that you get to see when you come out to a game. Big thank you to the athletic staff here as well. Always a great spot and a great view. I also want to thank the guys back at the studio, Matthew Craven, Dave Ferris, handling things tonight for us, keeping us on the air, for Chief Engineer Ben Schlegel, for Cumulus Youngstown. That's going to do it.
Yeah.
For us here tonight from South Range, Girard is 7-0 with the road win here tonight. For Dave Clark, my name is Mark Beans. You've been listening to all the action right here on a Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. We'll talk to you next Friday, everyone.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem's local and national sports talk can be found on TuneIn and the Live 365 app at Western Reserve Radio, WRDB, The Scourge.